again. Oh, dearie me. Here we go again. Hey guys, here comes the down PK Sport. We are live for Game 3 of Pakistan versus Australia. And this is the final of of this series, which has been a glorified warm-up series, but at the end of the day, it's still been absolutely diabolical from an Australian's perspective. You know, we haven't played anywhere near a strong enough lineup to suggest that this is our official T20 World Cup team that we've got coming ahead next week. Literally less than a week is when that T20 World Cup starts, and we'll be live for pretty much every single game of it. But it's been really disappointing because we've seen. Well, I'll even mention it right now. Pakistan have won the toss all the games in this three-game series. They won the first toss and chose to bat. They won the second toss and they chose to bat. Well, guess what? They won the third toss and they have again decided to bat. So this is not a good trajectory for us. We've been super unlucky in regards to losing the toss, and Pakistan will get it all their way again. And it'll come down to if Australia can try and find a way to bat home a victory so they don't get clean swept in the series. Look, I think Game 1 was all about Australia and Pakistan both being really, really poor, but Australia just were worse. In Game 2, Australia were really poor, but Pakistan were actually pretty good. They weren't bad yesterday, but we did see Game 2, and then hopefully in Game 3 we do see a little bit more of a competitive fight from the Aussies. It's not like their bowling is awful, right? Like the bowling has been decent. Adam Zampa's been good. Xavier Bartlett wasn't good yesterday, but had a good one in Game 1. They did bowl him out for 168 in Game 1, which should have been an easy target, but obviously it wasn't to be. So, look, the bowling isn't my biggest concerns. It has been the batting here. These guys don't know how to play spin. It's just as simple as that. Like, not a single guy here knows how to play any kind of spin. And, Cameron Green's been our best batter through the series. Babar Azam, he's had a massive form slump here where he got out for 2 and then also got out for 24 in the first game, but he's been really, really disappointing. But we haven't been able to capitalise on that at all. And, it just looks like Pakistan are going to go through to win this series 3-0, because right now, based off of what we've seen in the first couple of games, I would be predicting that Pakistan go and win this game too. I'm not going to sit here and have high hopes and high belief in regards to how this team has been operating, because it has been that disappointing. It has been just an absolute nightmare of a series here from an Australian's perspective, and hopefully we can turn it around the night and just get a little bit of confidence going into that T20 World Cup, despite the fact that these guys, they're not going to be here. It's going to be a completely different roster. The point of the matter is that you just want, as a country, to go on with a little bit of confidence, not after a 3-0 clean sweep. Now, the lineup tonight, there is actually no Travis Head, which does show a lot of what we're talking about here. So Mitch Marsh, the captain, he is opening alongside Matt Short. Then you got Cameron Green, Matthew Renshaw, Marcus Stoinis gets a crack, Josh Philippe comes back in, Mitchell Owen, Cooper Connolly, Ben Dwarshuis, Matt Kuhneman, and Adam Zampa. So it's pretty clear Australia have not treated this series correctly. They have come in and they're just using it as a trial for players to understand spin, even though they obviously clearly haven't. But at least they get to see it for the first time. They're not taking this series seriously. Travis Head played the first 2 games. Second game didn't do too great. First game, at least he got into the 23-24 range. But he's not playing here today. So this is even weaker than the second game when, it was a 90-run victory there for Pakistan. So, look, that's why it's like you have to keep a perspective and understand that this obviously is not Australia's first string lineup. It just isn't. But it's not any less disappointing on the basis that these are still professional players that play for Australia. They get paid to play for Australia, and they have been really embarrassed in these first 2 games. Now, for Pakistan's team, they've got Saeem Ayub, Fakhr Zaman, Salman Ali Agha, who had a great game yesterday. He's a captain. He got like 72 or something like that. Without his score, they actually kind of struggled overall. Besides their last two guys settled in and were able to put on, I think, a 50-run partnership or so. But the opening, 5 batters or so, really struggled overall. If it wasn't for Salman Ali Agha, the whole game would have been completely different. Babar Azam, Khawaja Nafei, who is the wicketkeeper, Shadab Khan, Mohammad Nawaz, Fahim, Ashraf, Shaheen Afridi, Naseem Shah, and Abra Ahmed. Oh, not Abra, gosh, not this bloke. Tell ya, he's just an absolute knob, that guy. He just is. But look, it's a solid enough Pakistan team. It's definitely a lot stronger than what Australia are putting forward here. They have decided to take out, what is his name again? Hold on, it's the opener, Sabahibzadar, is that his name? Hold on one second. I want to go and make sure of this one here. He was the opener. He's had a really disappointing series, to be fair. In the first game, it was... That's right, Zahib Zadar Farhan, he got out for a duck on the very first ball of the game. And the second game, I think he only got like a 2 or something like that. It was ridiculous. In the second game, he got out for 5 from the first 5 balls. He did get a 4, but outside of that, he only got the 5 runs. So he's not playing tonight, which might set them up for a little bit of a better score considering how his form has been. But no, I just want to see Australia put in a bit better of an effort, at least make it enjoyable to watch, and at least make it competitive. It's not even necessarily about winning. It's just about making it competitive and making it an enjoyable game of cricket to watch. Not that we're being forced to watch it based off of being our country and just being an absolute slog of a watch, which it has been the first 2 games. It's been an absolute slog, so hopefully it turns around. There's 9 minutes to go until the game does start. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. There is actually no stream tomorrow, but on Tuesday we will be live for Sri Lanka versus England in the T23. And then on Wednesday we've got South Africa versus West Indies T24. Tomorrow you will have an NRL pre-season week 1 video, and then on Wednesday, you'll also have an NRL current draft featuring 3 creators. Then on Thursday, you've also got the T20 World Cup predictions video, uploaded at 1 p.m. my time. Then on Friday, we've got an NRL video, but then we've also got South Africa versus West Indies T25 before the weekend comes along, and we've got the NRL pre-season Bulldogs, Cowboys, and Dragons at night, and then we've got the India versus USA T20 World Cup. The World Cup does start next Saturday, so in 6 days' time. On Sunday, we'll be live for New Zealand versus Afghanistan, England versus Nepal, and Sri Lanka versus Ireland. So really, really big week ahead of us here, man. So if you haven't got your notification bell on, shut your notification bell on. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the chat. And hopefully we've got people who have turned up here today, because I'm scared that I'm going to sit here and watch this by myself. I'm terrified that I'm going to have to sit here and watch this dribble from Australia all by myself. Olivia says, here we go again. Yes, Olivia. Well, yesterday at least was a bit of a better performance from Pakistan. It wasn't like it was dribble from them in the batting department in the first game, and that's why I was so disappointed in that first game. The second game, at least they did bowl pretty well, and Australia were just really silly with it and never got into the game whatsoever. But the first game is the one that really hounds me. Sean says, good afternoon, mate. Get around your Shauno. TCS says, hi, what's up? Abrar is really a troublemaker for the Aussies. He's a knob, that's what he is. Dasmate says, let's be honest, real cricket is 5 days. I agree. I absolutely agree. Sean says, missed the second half yesterday. Went to a couple of beers and the lads were drinking white whiskey. So that was the end of that. Look, honestly, Sean, you should be very grateful that you have friends there that got you away from watching the end of this game. Because at the end of that game, we were just, we had Shatish here telling me to just dribble. We didn't have too many Pakistani fans really having a crack at me though, which was good. But no, it was a really, really disappointing performance. I'd say the first game was way more disappointing, but the second game we obviously lost by even more. Oggy says, hello bro, Zimbabwe, how many runs will you make? Zimbabwe not doing too well in this series so far. He only got 24 runs in the first game and then 2 runs yesterday in game 2. So he does need to put in a little bit of better effort. Luckily for him, the Pakistan team has been able to carry regardless of him. But, it is what it is. Malik says, no worries, Pakistan's a big team anyway. You haven't won jack shit. Australia loses all the time too, no issue. Not really. We've won the most trophies across all competitions and all formats across the entire history. How many trophies you got? Tell me how many trophies you got, Malik. Oh, well done on winning a pre-season, pre-World Cup warm-up series against Australia's A team rather than our first-string team. Congratulations, man. You must be extremely proud because that's obviously what it means to Pakistan. That's obviously what it means. You guys are so desperate to win a game that you're going to run home and say that this is the greatest team of all time and that you've been absolutely spectacular. In game 2, you were really, really good, and I'll give you credit where credit is due, but we're not going to sit here and pretend like, this has been Australia's first-string lineup. We're not going to sit here and pretend that Pakistan's this big team when you haven't won jack shit when it comes to trophies. So why don't we sit back, why don't we just watch the game and just enjoy the game, enjoy the series, because I can tell you right now that you have absolutely no chance of talking in any capacity in regards to trophies trophies and in regards to being a big team like Australia, just because you win a warm-up series to the T20 World Cup with Australia's A team with a whole bunch of youth, guarantee you that not many people would have even known a lot of the guys that Australia put forward in the first two games. Obviously, we saw Travis Head there. You'd know him. And obviously, we've seen Mitchy Marsh get in the second game. But at the end of the day, you're very, very well aware that this isn't a first-string lineup here for Australia. So this has been a much more strong Pakistan lineup. And it's congratulations for them getting the W. But please settle down in regards to trying to compare trophies and trying to compare the success of Pakistan to Australia, because you are in a world apart. You are in a complete world apart. You are in Nicaragua, whilst we are at the top of the damn world table in regards to that aspect. So let's keep it down in regards to that one. Augie says, brother, when Australia goes to ICC tournament, it becomes very serious. Absolutely. And that's the difference. We do see Australia really put in a different kind of mentality and different effort when the game actually means something. This has been a really disappointing series from Australia, but it's been a disappointing series from our youth squad, who are still a part of our team. That's why it's still disappointing. They are here and they are a part of our squad. It shows our depth is not that good. This is the biggest frustrating part about this. The depth of Australia right now is really, really struggling in this T20 specific department. And you could also argue in regards to the test, but we'll find something in regards to the test there, because we always seemingly do. But when it comes to the World Cup, I would completely back in Australia to have a much better performance than this. And it's unfortunate we're seeing Paddy Cummins, who's not going to be playing in the T20 World Cup. We have seen Matt Short dropped, and we're going to see Ben Dwarshu's come in, and Matty Renshaw, who needs to be a lot better. Matt Renshaw in this series, I was confident with how he was batting in the first game in Lahore, and then unfortunately got run out, and apparently he was laughing at that, which I'm really not happy with. But he got run out really stupidly. He was halfway down the pitch, and it just didn't make sense at all. And then last night we saw him just play a really, really dumb shot, and then he reviewed it, so he burned to review. Really, really dumb. He knew he didn't hit that. I don't know why. It was just an ego review there. And he burnt it. So I was really disappointed with him last night. He didn't do too much at all there. But obviously the mentality is going to be much, much different when we do get to India next week. Augie says, bro, equal Shaheen Shah Afridi is going to concede a lot of runs. Look, this pitch is very much spin. It very, very much spins. And when it comes to the paces, you are seeing a lot of runs being scored. So probably, mate. Lagan says, nothing this shit team does will change the fact that gold is retained back home. Anya the GOAT Vogue. Get around the Vogue. Brent says, hey mate, won't let you watch this Dribble Fest on your own. Listening from work. Oh, thank God, Brent. Thank God, mate. Thank God. Malik says, oh, stop with the A-team. It's true, though. We never told you to bring an A-team. Correct. No one's blaming you. At what point have you heard me say that this is your fault that we've chosen to bring an A-team? At the end of the day, we did bring an A-team. We did bring a team that isn't the first-string lineup. So that is a valid discussion point to have. That doesn't mean that I'm blaming Pakistan for that. I'm blaming Australia for that. But also, you can't claim that you're beating Australia's first-string squad when they are clearly playing an A-team, which is their choice. They've decided to do that. But the conversation is absolutely still there. So it's dribble for you to say, oh, enough with the A-team. Well, you've just admitted right there that it is an A-team because we never told you to bring an A-team. So you're saying that it is an A-team. So you're admitting right there that you're not playing Australia's first-string squad. So thank you for the check, mate. I appreciate you for tuning in. Augie says, bro, will Afghanistan defeat Australia this World Cup, or will Australia defeat Afghanistan? Oh, now we've got someone saying, will Afghanistan beat Australia? For God's sake, guys, get us through this series, please. I'm begging. I need you to get us through this game. We got 5 minutes to go until this game. So no, we got like 1 minute to go until this game is meant to start. I know it might actually be about to go now. Gee whiz, I've got a question about damn well Afghanistan beating Australia. Malik, unfortunately, you're delusional, bro. Unfortunately, you don't add any value to these streams because all you do is come in here to talk shit in regards to Pakistan, and then when you have a response, you say, oh, well, no, that's not the case, when you know clearly it is the case because you admitted it in your comment. So unfortunately, there's no real need for you to be here because you don't actually add, you just poke for a reason to poke. That's all you do. You don't actually bring any form of conversation to these streams. All you do is come in and try and insult other countries and other teams and other players, and then refuse to acknowledge when you are replied to. So, yeah, we really don't really have any need for you, Malik. Logan says, Augie, tough one. Afghanistan are a good team, so I think you're right. Afghan will win. Stop it, Logan. Don't encourage him. All right, the game's about to start here. Listen to me if you want to see what value-adding comments look like, Smithster, please. No, yours is banter, but yours is good. G'day, big fella. Looking forward to seeing a turnaround tonight and seeing our shitty A team beat Pakistan's best team. Well, they aren't playing Farhan tonight. They're open, but then again, he's had a really struggle series so far where he got out for a duck and got out for 5. So yeah, he's not playing. But outside of that, this is still pretty much Pakistan's first-string team. All right. So first bowl is coming on here. Hopefully the Australians can put in a little bit better of an effort here. Hopefully they can put in a little bit better of an effort. Because as we currently speak, it has not been great. And that's going to be a dot ball to start us off with. They are bowling Kuhneman at the beginning here. We do need to really highly emphasise that spin because the pace bowling has just been absolutely slapped around throughout this series. And they'll get a run from the next one through Fakar. So we threw 2 balls. It'll be 1-0. I'm probably going to switch across here to VIP box because KO is like going super, super slow and a little bit laggy, to be fair. A little bit laggy. Let's move this bad boy across. Yeah, it's just really frustrating. You start up a stream, it's like there's a clear difference between people trying to have a conversation and talk about things that they disagree with me on. Like if you disagree with me on things, then please you can conversate and debate me on it for sure. But please actually come with knowledge of the game, because if you think this is the first string lineup, please go and have a look at what Australia actually will be taking through to the T20 World Cup next week. And it's just disappointing because the guy only comes here just to try and get the reaction. And sure, he can get the reaction he likes, but there's just no need for him to be here because he's not actually here to talk and watch cricket. He's just here to berate and make derogatory comments towards other nations and other countries. And it's not just Australia. He's done it with multiple other places too. New Zealand was another one the other week. All right, so that's going to be 3 balls, and it's going to be 2-0. Okay, we've got what's it called? VIPbox.tv. What T20 games will be covering? Pretty much every single one, Smithster. Pretty much every single one. Again, we've got England vs Sri Lanka in 2 days' time, and then we've got the last 2 games, the South Africa vs West Indies T20 series, and then we'll go straight into that T20 World Cup. That's a good shot. That's going to go for a 4 there from Fakar, and that will go to the boundaries. It'll be 6 runs through the first 4 balls. This won't be the first Aussie to dominate today, mate. How good's he? How good's he? Come on, boys, wicket need. Dude, I don't even care about the bowling tonight. I just want to see batting. I just want to see them bat. Scorecard, thank you, Jay. Unfortunately, we're a bit all over the shop in regards to this early park, so to deal with an idiot to start this game. To deal with an idiot to start this game off. Alright, and there we go. Good boundary, though. Oh, this is a free hit, apparently. And that's up in the air, but is that a 6? And he will be caught, but obviously it's a free hit, so it doesn't matter. Okay, you some morons talking shit. They're trash for first grade team beating second, third stringers NRL preseason. Yeah, that is true. Well, obviously next week we just had it off. I've got an NRL video coming up for you guys tomorrow, which is an NRL preseason week 1 video, basically talking about what you're saying there. Because I feel like people do need to have that reminder that this is the preseason. It doesn't matter in regards to if your team wins or loses. Give me an uppercut. I'll give you an uppercut, Logan. And that shall be a... Oh, misfield. Oh, no. Here we go. Oh, no. A misfield to start off the day, is it? So, on that first over... I've got one more ball to go here. Royal Rumble wasn't that great. I only enjoyed one match. Everything else was very mid. The UFC, though, was amazing. Get around the old Vogue. 9 runs off the first over. Well, they can make that... They can make that 13. So 13 runs off the first over, and that is not a good sign here for the Aussies already. Not a good sign from the Aussies. Spew and Paddy Cummins isn't going to be in that World Cup. Like bro's trying to say that this isn't a B team when, for starters, Marsh didn't play the first game. Dwarshoes has barely played, but Travis Head's not even playing this game. There's so many things that tells you how incorrect that comment was. So many things. But Pakistan have won the toss every single time. I feel like this is absolutely just simply a bat first pitch. It just is. And with Pakistan winning the toss again, I am backing Pakistan to win this game. I am. So Matthew Short will come on for a bowl. But no, I was genuinely, thinking that it was going to be a tough one. I was genuinely thinking I was going to sit here and watch it pretty much by myself because I know how this game. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of Aussies won't be wanting to watch the end of this series without it's gone. And that is going to be a dot ball here from the first ball from Matt Short. Had a much better game with the bat the other day. He started off the first game as an opener and got out for like 5 runs. And in the second game, he came in at like number 7. And I think he got to like 30 or something like that. What do you think you're going to lose to Puck? Bro, have you watched this series so far, Nikhil? You haven't watched any of this series? DeRose says, all I've seen on my feed today is everyone debating Usman's action. Dude, it's just so weird. It's just so strange. It's very debatable in regards to the action, whether it's a throw or not. But, good fielding there to stop that from going for a 4. Nikhil, have you watched this series, or what do you mean? Like, have you seen the lineup? Have you seen the lineups for the first 3 games? It's already 2-0 to Pakistan. Stream for some vibes. Bro, I'll be honest with you, Nikhil, this ain't the stream for vibes because this Australian team with their A squad have just really been embarrassing. Oh, that's out. No, very close. Waiting 40 season. An NRL video comes out tomorrow and then pre-season next Saturday. What vibes a dead rubber? Yeah, but he didn't know it was a dead rubber. But no, this is... You're not going to get the most happy of streams, that's for sure. If you want vibes, next Saturday onwards, obviously we've got the 2 preseason NRL games, but then next Saturday onwards, we have the T20 World Cup every single day, and it's going to be an absolutely massive month. In the month of February, that's up in the air. Catch him. Someone be there, please. Got him. There we go. First catch done. And Fakar is gone. It's 14 for 1 through 1.5. 14 for 1. Fakar goes out on 10. Goes out on 10. Good start here for the Aussies. Haven't been giving up a ridiculous amount of runs like they have in recent games. Apparently, India vs Pakistan's playing the under-19 right now. How's that going? So Fakar Zaman out for 10. Caught by Green, bowled by Short. How's that game going? And where is that World Cup? Wow, okay, so, in the ODI, so 7 for 209. Ooh, yikes. Oh, you'd want a bit more than that, India. Malik is still here, by the way. Don't care, bro. Like, honestly, he's pointless to be here. Like, if he wants to actually have a conversation, he can feel free to do it. But if he just comes in here to piss us off again, we'll just remove him. I just came to join the BK community. It's good to see you in good spirits, players. You have fantastic spirits, Nikhil. Massive. Australia have been unbelievable. We've been really good, mate. Oh, so good. Mate, the spirits... I've never been more spirity in my life, to be honest with you. Never been more spirity after this. Really incredible series here from the Aussies. Well, Salman Aliaga, he had a fantastic game yesterday. He will come in now for a bat. And that's going to be first shot. Will be... Oh, it's going to be a 4. Was a catch chance there. But the fielding wasn't right. And it will be a boundary for Salman Aliaga. Salman Aliaga. Says, if you ever feel useless, lads, remember this Australia T20 exists. Oh, man. Lucky we just love cricket, isn't it? Lucky we just love cricket. Because otherwise, 2 overs gone. Only the 18 runs given up, though. So it's only, especially considering the first over was 13 runs. So that was only, 5 runs off of that over just then? That's pretty good. Such the way of different time zones. You could write the BCCI and ask for all games to be played only in US daylight hours. Good luck with that. What is old mate talking about? That'll be a dot ball. Why would he be in good spirits after our A team was getting whooped by Pakistan? I'm in fantastic spirits. I've never been in bigger spirits. Like, I've never felt more spirity in my life, Logan. And that will be hit down the line for a 4. That will be a 4 from Saeem. And he'll be on 7. Looking at your beanie in the middle of summer, I think you're really looking for hope this season. Hi, Nikhil. I'm in Vietnam, so it's definitely different weather here than it is in Australia. I'm currently looking at a Ho Chi Minh City right now. And voila. But that is a boundary there. Salman on 4, Saeem on 7. And that's going to be just hit straight up Broadway, probably for a 4. Yep, well, it's starting off early again. Looking at it going again. 52 4s throughout this series. Yeah, it's just too easy for him, man. Connolly gives that one away. I don't think Connolly's been half bad in regards to the bowling throughout this series, but his batting has been putrid. Got out for a duck and also got out for 1. And that is going to be hit for a 4. So his bowling in this game is looking horrific. BKR is an international stream, absolutely. Well, I'm still here for another 7 weeks before I head to Philippines for 5. I don't leave until the 24th of March for the old Manila. Never been there before. Accommodation in Philippines is so cheap. Honestly, you visit more countries than some world leaders. Well, that's just not true. They're always going somewhere, and I also don't want to be associated with any world leaders right now with everything that's going on with the old Epstein stuff. When was the last time you had an actual bedroom? Well, Fiji. I was in Fiji for a couple of months. That'll be a single. No, dot ball, sorry. Dot ball. What do you mean? Do you think an actual bedroom? Do you think I'm living on the streets of Ho Chi Minh or something? There's a big bed there's a big massive king bed that I'm looking at right now. In Fiji, I have a house. It's not like I'm living underneath a bridge. I'm always in a bedroom. Does being away this long make you miss the Gold Coast and want to return, or are you just fully enjoying life? Sometimes you miss Gold Coast. Sometimes. But overall, there's plenty of world to experience. Difference is Blaze pays for his trips. Yeah, well, this is true. Yeah. Whilst the world leaders, they get it for free. Ian says, send Connolly back to the Big Bum League. Yeah, it's not been great, Ian. It's been really disappointing from Cooper Connolly. 13 runs off that over. Again, his bowling through the first 2 games wasn't awful, but his batting has been atrocious, so I'm really not looking forward to seeing him bat in the next game. It just has been just terrific. He hasn't been able to play spin at all. He got out for a duck and got out for 1. Whilst he's seen Xavier Bartlett have a low score through the first 2 games of 10 and got 34, but yet Cooper Connolly gets out for 0 and 1. Come on. You're serious, and yet he's given all 3 games. If anything, I would have dropped Cooper Connolly for the second game and then brought him back for the third game rather than Mitchell Owen getting dropped for the second game and then coming back for the third game, because Mitchell Owen got 8 runs and then got out from one of the most unlucky run-outs you've ever seen, with it obviously just tipping the top of the bowler's finger and then hitting the stumps off of a direct hit up Broadway. It was so disappointing to see that Mitchell Owen wasn't able to have a crack in that second game, and then Cooper Connolly is able to, and then does, 1 run and then goes. It's been just really weird selection here from Australia, really poor selection, really disappointing selection. He can't return. Albo deported him. Albo's a clown, mate. So I'll get a single out of that. I need Zampa for 3 wickets. 3 wickets, fair enough. So Saeem on 17, Salman on 5. Salman is the big wicket. Saeem obviously can get some good runs, but Salman is the captain and he is their big wicket. Next ball. Oh, big shot. Oh, drops just before the fielder, so it'll be a single. Spencer says, I hope India gets knocked out early in the World Cup. Good luck with that, man. Good luck with that. Realistically, it's just not happening. You know, when you look at India in the group stage, they're playing pretty much Jack nobody. Oh, well, to be fair, they do. Hold on. So they play. It's India vs South Africa on February the 4th. Oh, it's a wicket. Is that a wicket that I just missed? Yeah, we got a wicket. Okay, beautiful. Well, there is a wicket, and it's the big man of Salman Aliaga. That is huge. 34 for 2. Salman Aliaga is gone. Sorry, I was trying to look at who India play. Because how did this one happen? Yeah, it just gets... That's a really poor shot from Aliaga and Cameron Green just waiting for... That's 2 catches for Green so far. 2 catches for Green, and that is 2 wickets down for Pakistan. So, yeah, in the group stage... Oh, they've got a warm-up match against South Africa on February the 4th. Hold on. It's got South Africa vs West Indies T24 on the 4th of February. I don't know. Can someone confirm for me, is there a South Africa vs West Indies 4th T20 game and then a 5th T20 game, or is it this warm-up match of India vs South Africa? Shaggy says Freddie Mercury's in bowling wide today. Bang, mate, Jacko. Freddie Mercury's on fire. He's on absolute fire, son. Next bowl. And then he's going to give up a 4, though. He's going to give up a 4. Livy says, when you go through airports, do you ever see like any scenarios like you would see on Border Force, like anyone trying to bring crazy things into countries? Well, it's funny. I've never been like pulled aside or anything like that. I've never been pulled aside for anything ever. Like, I see where they pull people aside for, but I've never seen it. India play Namibia, Netherlands, Pakistan, USA. Yeah, I know that, but we're talking about the... No, I know who they play. I was about to get to that point. I'm just trying to figure out if that is a warm-up game or not, because I'll stream the warm-up game on Wednesday the 4th of February if that's the case, but it's on my streaming notes here. I've got South Africa vs West Indies T24 on Wednesday. Let me have a look. Cricket. Alright, so this will tell me. So when's... Okay, so there's a... Today of Sri Lanka, England. Tomorrow there's some warm-up matches between Afghanistan and Scotland. Well, tomorrow's the start of the warm-up matches. Afghanistan, Scotland, USA vs India A, and Canada vs Italy. Then on Tuesday, some warm-up matches are Oman vs Sri Lanka A, Netherlands vs Zimbabwe, Nepal, UAE, and Sri Lanka, England. No, so it is, yeah. So it's India vs South Africa in a World Cup warm-up match. Okay, well, we'll stream that. We will stream that. Namibia beating India, maybe the biggest upset of all time. If that happens, God help us. God help us, they'll be right. Alright, so yeah, the first day is Pakistan, Netherlands, West Indies, Scotland, India, USA, but I can only do the India-USA game. That's going to go for a single there for Babar Azam, who is on, by the way. He's on 6 runs already. He's flying. He's flying. Yeah, India, Namibia, Netherlands, Pakistan, and USA. I had a new 2-foot glass bong and a number of plate of a car in my backpack. My backpack in turn 1 got through no problems. 2-foot glass bong. Bit harder nowadays, I would say. I don't know if you can take a bong through the airports nowadays. Oh, that's gone for a... Oh, dude, didn't look like he had any intention to try and catch that single. Okay, so that means... So, yeah, on Wednesday... Yeah, because I'll do the England-Sri Lanka game because that's an actual meaningful one. Then on Wednesday, we will do India-South Africa. I may consider Afghanistan versus West Indies. The warm-up match of Australia vs Netherlands on Thursday. We'll do a New Zealand vs USA as well. The cute airport sniffer dog is a drug mule's worst nightmare. You just want to pat him, don't you? You just want to pat him, but you're not allowed to go anywhere near him. So Kuhneman, third bowl. Why are we waiting here? Why are we waiting? I don't know. We're still waiting here for this bowl to come in for the third bowl. Something must be going on. Well, at least Babar's got 4 more runs than he got yesterday. Next bowl. And he'll get a single. So it'll be 7 runs for Babar through 4.3. Okay, so then on Thursday we'll definitely stream Australia versus the Netherlands. And then on Friday, it's a yikes every day. Ooh, Namibia versus India A and Italy versus UAE. Ooh, that is yucky. That is yucky, son. That's a yucky day. Next bolt. And that is going to end up being just a single there. Just a single. Lagging's comment has been hidden by YouTube, so I'm going to refresh and check this out because it's obviously something stupid. Life sentences for bongs and airports nowadays. Oh no, he's actually said something real. Wow, lagging, impressive. It's not actually something stupid. Surprised that YouTube removed that comment. When's Glenn Maxwell back? Glenn Maxwell is always with us in spirit, Chuck. He's always with us in spirit. Always. I'm actually really impressed by that, Lagan. Really impressed you actually came with a normal comment for the first time in history. And it's going to be a dot ball. Before September. Oh, you're talking before... Oh, before 9/11. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, 9/11 really did obviously mess a few things up. You can say it. Like, you don't need to. Everyone knows about it. You know, that 9/11 definitely impacted worldwide airports. Now you can't take that from the through zone. And it's going to be a single... No, dot ball. But also, I guess you get a lot from the Chinese, because a lot of Chinese, when they travel internationally, they will take things that are very obviously not allowed on the plane and very obviously not allowed in your bag, and then they'll get caught for it, and they'll obviously claim that they don't know anything about it, or they'll just pretend they don't understand the language, or they just won't care. So that's another big reason, because they... I actually heard something interesting about the Chinese the other day. I heard that in mainland China, cheating is actually thought of as an intelligent thing. Like, if you can cheat, it's actually good because it's showing the intelligence of someone to be able to trick to get something in their advantage. Very interesting thought process from China. Again, I've just heard that. That's not a guarantee, but I heard that online, and it's a really interesting perspective, but it wouldn't surprise me as well. And it does lean into regards to what I'm talking about here, where they do try and sneak things in. Tucker says, Ms. Wong takes the whole fish and chip shop in her suitcase. There's a lot of like seafood and stuff. The world is changing. The world has definitely changed. Mate, this new episode stuff is wild. Wild, dude. Like, ridiculously wild. I'm so glad there are internet sleuths who spend their entire waking second, going through the 3 million pages of that to let us know what actually went down in it, because it's, it's just wild stuff. Okay, next bolt. And it will be probably, it might be 4 actually. No, good fielding. Should be 2. Yeah, it will be 2. Jay will be able to confirm that conspiracy living in mainland China. You know what's actually super funny in regards to conspiracies is that I've seen a lot of people commenting now saying, like, wow, Alex Jones was right. Alex Jones has been like a hated man amongst everyone for years and years because, like, a lunatic. Ooh, does he hit the boundary? He's still touching it, and I don't know if it's touching the boundary, though. No, I think he's fine. It's close, though. It's close. Top 3 Chinese people of all time. Bruce Lee, Ms. Wong, and who is number 3? Well, Jackie Chan, surely. Jackie Chan's awesome. Jackie Chan's Chinese, isn't he? Surely it's got to be Jackie Chan. Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan. Yeah, saved it for that. That's really good fielding from Matty Renshaw. Looking at the World Cup schedule, I'm away till getting Amazon, like the monthly free trialers. Most of the games aren't too high solo teams playing each other. Well, dude, yeah, like I might do. I'll probably do the free trial on Amazon, but also you can easily watch it like I'm watching right now, which is legally. Jackie Chan or Genghis Khan. Well, Genghis Khan was Mongolian, wasn't he? Wasn't Genghis Khan Mongolian, Lagan? And also, bit of an interesting comparison here. So, who would you choose? The blood rampant murdering Genghis Khan or Jackie Chan? What? What are you doing? First, you put a Kiwi. Do you understand the concept of nationalities, Lagan? Because the other day you told us Kieran Foran was in your top 10 Australians of all time when the bro's a Kiwi. Oh my gosh. I swear he's from. Isn't he Mongolia? Genghis Khan. Of the Mongol Empire. You're an idiot. You are an idiot. Up in the air, up in the air, up in the air, up in the air. Oh, there's not going to be anyone there, and it's actually going to go for a 6. I don't think this guy understands the concept of countries and nationalities. I don't think he gets it. China was under Mongolia during Genghis Khan, so they were the same thing at the time. I'm going to let the chat deal with you, bro. I'm going to let the chat deal with you. No, Genghis Khan part of the Blackpool Empire. Oh, that's gone through. That's gone through for a 4. I can't believe Lagan's just said that. I cannot believe it. Lagan has just said China was under Mongolia during Genghis Khan, so they were the same thing at the time. Lagan, what are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we trying to accomplish here? Hey, yeah, ChatGPT keeps screwing him up. Mongolian lamb is the bee's knees. Oh, how good's Mongolian lamb? How good. I had some Taiwanese beef noodle soup this morning. It was unbelievable. It was so good. And of course, my coconut coffee. Oh my gosh, what do you think? Don't be silly. 55-2 through 6 overs. Bit of Taiwanese beef noodle soup with my coconut coffee. You can't go past it. No, I will blame you, Lagan, because you not only were you wrong in regards to Genghis Khan being Chinese when he was Mongolian, but then you also go and say that Mongolia was under the Chinese. You doubled down with even more idiocy. It's incredible stuff, mate. It really is. It's incredible stuff. You know, it's real incredible. I'll be a single there. So Zampa's on here, no? You need 3 wickets. Current run rate is 9.08, so you'd be pretty happy with that if you're Australia, but also you know that our batting has been awful. TAFE education. Yeah, I went to TAFE at one stage. I went to the TAFE at Southport. Maybe that's why I'm as dumb as I am. Next bowl. Oh my gosh, that is horrific from Zampa. That is an absolute horrific bowl from Zampa. Need to see another wicket. Well, you're going to see another 6. How about that? Citizen says I work for Tape. Well, doesn't that explain it all, mister? There we go. We figured it out. We figured it out. No, I didn't mind it, eh? I didn't mind it. It's a lot more... Because I actually didn't finish school. So I dropped out early. But then I went back to finish it at TAFE before I went to university. So that will be a single. So I completed my HSC, my year 12 at TAFE. At which TAFE? Oh yeah, you'd know. Is Zampa the hottest cricketer today? I don't know. Travis Moe gets you going, Shark. Travis Moe gets you going. I don't know. He's been disappointed in the series and he's not playing today, but Travis Moe does get you going. Very high amount of runs off this over from Zampa. But that's a dot ball. He's bowling lollipops. Not so much TAFE, but I'm a trainer, assessor in the vet sector. Well, Lagan needs some help. You need to help him out. You are a vet, so you got to help him out. Take a gap year? No, I literally just left school. But then I went back to do it. Does your class get you a certificate of the biggest Perth glazer in history? That actually was what he. That's actually what he majors in. Perth glazing. It's a new subject. It's not. It's not in a place that you would expect. Like you do have to have the IQ of a potato. That's going to be A6 to use this Perth glazing course, but it is Perth glazing course. Nikhil says, I wish I finished university. Young fellas stay in school. Sort of. There's pros and cons against it. There's pros and cons. Stay in school, but university, there's pros and cons to it. Sorry, guys. Mr. Demands and commands respect in your life. Oh, boy. Current run rate is 9.86. Yeah, Zampa is just giving up runs galore right now. He had really good. Well, Nath, it's not looking likely for your bet as we currently speak. It's not looking spectacular. Got 14 runs in the first over. 69 for 2. Another wicket of the same would be nice. Would be really nice. They're back up to around that 10 over 8. They're 9.86. Next bowl. By the way, Smithers, did you ever go to that sauna last night? I swear you never left. I swear you just stayed. So Green is having a bowl now. How many Pakistanis have been timed out of the last couple of days? So luckily, it was only the first strain that was absolutely massive. We've had this idiot Malik who came through, but he gets timed out all the time because he's not actually here to conversate. He's just here to shit talk and just berate. And then when you tell him he's incorrect about his thought process of this not like he thinks that this is Australia's first team. He tried to say that this is Australia's first team. And I said, well, no. He goes, enough with this being Australia's A team. It's like, well, if you know anything about cricket and you knew anything about this Australian team, you are very well aware. But this is the kind of trajectory that he has every single stream. So he's had to be removed. But we haven't had too many bad Pakistanis. We've had some good Pakistanis. There's been some good people here. But overall, we luckily haven't had to deal with too many. I went in and out between comments. Oh, true. Fair enough. I love a good in and outer, as in like you go into the sauna and then you jump in the ice bath and then you jump back out into the sauna and then you get back in the ice bath. It gets you going. I'm going for another sauna now. It's a nightly ritual. My best mate lives in the same condo, beach drinking. Man, that's incredible. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, this bowling's not been great. Luckily, it's only going to be a single there, but the bowling's not been great. Might actually be two there. Pakistan has some really good weeds. That might be my least problem. I've never thought of this, Sean. I've never thought of this. Never thought of this one. Saeem on 45. Who's this bloke on the screen? Look at the air quality. I've noticed it. There was, like Jacko, when the moment I landed into Delhi, obviously that's India, but like the moment I landed into Delhi, it's something else. You actually feel the weight of it when you breathe in. It's actually wild. You know, I knew the air quality wasn't good, but for a first timer, when you've just come from Fiji and Las Vegas has got really clean air in Australia, you're just so accustomed and used to having really clean air to breathe in all the time. And then you go to Delhi, it was full on. Yeah, smell? No, but there are certain aspects of India where the places do smell really bad. Like Agra was poor. That's up in the air, but no one's going to be there. It'll be a single. No, the air did not smell. But depending on where you were, I'll never get over. There were two instances where I couldn't handle the smell. One was in Delhi in Hal's Cast, where I walked down this pathway, like into this forestry area. I was just thinking, oh, this is a nice little forest, nice little greenery area. And I was just walking by myself. It was fine. And then I hit this one spot down this It's like there's trees on either side. It's like a driving way, but it's a walking path for everybody. It's a common place that people walk. This is going to be a boundary for Babar to be on 18. It's a common place you walk. Anyway, so I'm walking down it, and I just got to this one spot, and I've never smelled anything worse. Like, I can't even explain to you. I thought that it was just going to end, like, after a couple of steps. So I actually walked a couple of steps, but it just kept getting worse. I didn't think it could get worse from here, but it got worse. Anyway, I turned around. Like, I could have vomited immediately. Like, it was that bad. So that was awful. If you go and have a look at the map of House Cast, you could probably see it. Actually, I actually mentioned it in my Beak Out Travel video about House Cast, if you watched that video on Beak Out Travel. But then there was another instance in Agra when it was not... I was staying at the back of Agra, not near the Taj, probably like 10 minutes from the Taj, but Agra is relatively small, so if you're staying in the 5-star route, you're like 2 minutes from the Taj. I was like 10, 15 minutes from the Taj. And there was this one like walkway, and it was literally a sewer line. Like the river was, and these people's homes are right here. And this is not India, all of India. Just to clarify for people, I'm not just shitting on India, but this is an observation from what actually happened from my own experience. And then yeah, you've got this complete just long river sewerage line that goes for miles, kilometers and miles, and you just couldn't cope with it. But these people lived right there. It was wild, man. And that will be a double. Sean says Pakistan has some really good... Oh, that's right. It would be my problem if I lived there. Hashmate is beautiful. First smell that hit you when you walked out the airport. You can't even think about smells when you walk out the airport, man, because you're just getting every Tom, Dick, and Harry coming up to you and asking you to come and grab their Uber or their taxi, and then they'll try and scam you. Like, it's brutal, man. If you're not ready for India, you don't go to India. If you need to be ready. You need to be mentally ready. Next bowl. And that is a good shot there. That's going to go for a 4 from Saeem. Oh, by the way, he's in the 50s. He's on 55. Oh, no, sorry. He's on 51. He just got past it. So we have to do it. 50 bomb. 50 bomb. 50 bomb. Da-da, ba-da, 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 ba-ba-ba. 50 bomb. 50 bomb. 50 bomb. Da-da, ba-da, 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 ba-ba-ba. This sucks, dude. Screw you, 50 bomb. Next ball. And that is going to be a single. Don't know if there's many Tom, Dick, and Harrys in India. I reckon there's a few Harrys. I reckon there might be a few Harrys. I don't think there's too many Dicks. Well, there's plenty of Dicks. There's more guys than there are females in India. Tom, I don't think so. But I reckon there might be a couple of Harrys here and there. Maybe more down the south area. And that is going to be smacked for a 2. Heard the World Health Organization is trying to stop with the bodies and the Ganges due to all the bacteria from the bodies. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that, though, Jay. One, people are really off the WHO, but also, two, the Ganges is quite literally a sacred river. It's quite literally a sacred river, so I don't know how they're going to be able to tell people to not do that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? You can swim in the Ganges up north. You can. But around Varanasi, I still can't get over that footage of that guy drinking the water. Oh gosh, Harry Singe has a good ring. That sounds like a dirty statement you just made there, Andrew. Sounds like you've made a dirty joke there. I'm going to have a quick watch of the Fiji game in the Singapore Sevens. Oh, Singapore Sevens on now, is it? Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to be able to do that. And also, Jay, as you would know, Indians won't give a shit. There are so many people in that country. There's no real ID system. I don't think there really is an ID system at all. So, I don't know how you're going to be able to police that. I don't know how you're going to police it at all. There's too many people. Just too many people. They'll never stop swimming there. Yeah, but again, Sean, that area is awful dirty. But the Ganges is a long river because the Ganges is, I believe, and an Indian can correct me if I'm wrong here, but the Ganges, I believe, is the actual, like, the goddess who, like, implemented herself into the land and is the river, which is interesting. One day I'll go to India and see the Ganges. Don't know how much I'd recommend it, Nikhil. There's some money to be made in bottled Ganges water, I reckon. Brenton, I want to time you out, not only for today, but I want to time you out for the rest of this season for that comment. I want to time you out until the end of time for suggesting that. But because someone will do it. That's the thing. Some clown will do it. Don't give people ideas. I promise you, someone will do it. Some money to be made. God help you. Same on 53, Babar on 22, 91 for 2 through 99.3. So they're looking around that 200 mark at the moment. It's a caste system. You are born into your caste, and that is it. So you stay where you were born. Sort of. I don't think it's, and this is coming from an outsider's perspective, so could be wrong. But from when I was there, it wasn't as heavy as you would think. Like, it's not... I don't know if it's like it used to be. It definitely exists still, the caste system, but I don't think it's like it used to be. Didn't they have some recent celebration where 10 mil or more went swimming in the Ganges? Yeah, but what part of the Ganges? Because if it was the bad part of the Ganges, then that's disgusting. If it was the good part of the Ganges, then that's completely fine. You can nearly drink that water up there. Nearly. You don't, but you can nearly. Oh, that's going to get through the cover. 4 or 4, so we're 96 for 2. Look, I'm a man of ideas. That one is questionable. A lot of questionable ideas from you, Brenton. A lot of questionable ideas. 96 for 2. What my thought process has been in regards to caste system stuff is that, well, couldn't you just technically lie about your last name? Because your last name is what usually represents what caste you are, like where you're from. So couldn't you just technically, and this is just purely speculative, couldn't you just lie about your last name? Not the bad part was a cleansing ritual or something. Yeah, that'll be up north. That'll be up north, I would say. So that's 16 runs off 2 overs there from Dwarshoes. Their current run rate is 9.7, and that'll be a drinks break here. I'm actually going to run to the bathroom because I really need to go to the bathroom here. But it's 97 for 2 through 10 overs, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. We'll be back in a couple of minutes to talk all about the Ganges. And we're back. Corey Blackledge says, how can the bowler get green out like that? Are you talking about yesterday? Yeah, it's not good. But it's actually quite funny because Cameron Green has been our best batter throughout this series. He has been. He got like 2 36s, I think. I'll have a look. I'm pretty certain he got 30, maybe 35 last night. He got out for 35 last night. I think he got 36 in the first game. Nobody else on a consistent basis has gotten close. Pakistan vs Australia. First game he got 36, yeah. Next best was 34 from Xavier Bartlett that day, but yikes. Yikes. Chuck says, quick joke before I go to bed. What is dark and full of bats? Not reading the rest of it out. Not reading the rest of the joke out. But we're just in a drinks break right now. As we currently speak, it's looking like Pakistan will probably get to around 200 again. You would assume. We got wickets pretty early in this game. But now we've just seen Saeem and Babar able to sit in. And this pitch will slow down, lads. So I don't expect a win here. I do expect Pakistan to win this game. And that will be a single. So Zampa, he's been very expensive so far. 15 runs through 1.1. The current run rate is 9.64. The fact that Pakistan are now getting towards those 200s is showing why that first game was so embarrassing, not getting past 168 of a chase. Next bolt. And that is going to be just another single. But no, it was pretty poor. All this Gunji talk has made him pee. Yeah. No, like it's a really difficult conversation to have because it's like you do want to criticize it, but you've also got to have respect for it because it is people's belief system. So it's very difficult to kind of have a significant opinion, or that's going to go through for probably 2 runs here. It's hard to have a real strong opinion about something like that. We were 9 for 98 last night. Yeah, they're 1 for 2. We have levels to make tonight. Honestly, don't hold too much hope, Brenton. I don't think you do. I don't think anybody here really does. Don't hold too much hope. We've seen how this series has transpired. We've seen how it's gone down, and it's just been horrific from the get-go, man. Well, horrific from the start of our innings of the first game. The first innings for Pakistan was really poor, and then we just found a way to make it even poorer, and then the next 2 games we've just been dribble. So Babar on 31, Saeem on 55, and now we've got the commentary circle joking saying this surface isn't as easy as the batters have made it look. I disagree. This surface has looked really easy, but we will see it slow down and be really difficult later on, which is what we have seen from this series so far. That's why you must bat first in Lahore. Yeah, it's not going to be a wide. Zampa's been really poor today. Oh, they didn't call it a wide. Wow. He's still been really poor today. 19 runs through 1.5. Unfortunately, Nath, your bet's looking nearly good as gone, really. I hate to say it, but I don't know if he's going to get 3 wickets in the next 2.1 overs. Next bolt. And it'll be another single. So 20 runs through 2. At least he slowed it down to 6 runs off of that over compared to the 13 or 14 he gave up in the first. I'm surprised the Aussie A team is playing so shit, but we don't have the depth of talent in Oz. That's the issue. That's why it's so anger fueling. That's why it's so frustrating, because we are very well aware this is not Australia's first team lineup, but this is still our professional players. It is still guys that are coming through the system. Well, how are we meant to have faith in the future if this is the shit we're putting up? If this is the shit that we're putting up, how are we meant to have faith in the future? Because I know Australia will find someone to cover for Steve Smith when he comes in. I know we'll find someone to cover for Paddy Cummins and Mitchie Stark. I know it's going to be, but I just don't have that hope and that belief right now. Well, I guess I have the belief, but I don't have the hope. So we want to say, it's like I believe it'll happen, but I can't see it right now. I can't see it. You know, like, who are you having to come in replace of these guys? Who is it that you believe is going to be the next big time poppers? Because I thought it was Cooper Connolly, and this series has just been putrid. This series has just been putrid from Cooper Connolly. We will have to do what England does and recruit overseas to make up our team. Fact. I wonder, does Bryden Cast, is he eligible for Australia, you reckon? Let's snag him. Surely he's eligible somewhere along the line. Surely his great uncle or something was related to the Dingoes. That's going to be up in the air. That should be out. That should be out. Great catch. Great catch there from Matt Renshaw. That's actually a really good catch. So Saeem gone on 56, a great knock from him, but that is a massive catch from Matt Renshaw. Really difficult. Unders or overs 100 today for us. I reckon we get over 100. I reckon we make this relatively competitive. We get to like 130. Now, I do think that we'll get a higher score than what we got yesterday, but I don't see us winning. But this is a really good catch here from Matt Renshaw of Saeem. He's diving for it, completely outstretched. The ball is just hitting the top of his fingertips, and he's able to caress it into his hands. Just caress it slowly. Really caress it. Oof. Just romantic. Romantic how he brings that ball in. So Saeem gone. Kuhneman gets a wicket. Kuhneman's been good. 17 runs, 1 wicket through 2.1. Is it keeping low and gripping like yesterday? Well, she didn't keep low and grip until the second innings. So, no, not necessarily right now. It's literally playing out exactly how all 3 games have gone. You needed to bat first. You needed to win a toss. Australia needed to win a toss. If Australia wins a toss, it would have been a much more competitive series and a much more competitive game because the batting conditions have been much better for the team that bats first. And Pakistan obviously know this. This is their home ground. And Pakistan won all 3 tosses. So it's unfortunate there. But no, it's not right now, but it will later on. It will. So Kuhneman 1 for 17. Nafai comes in. 11.1 overs down. Still 8.5 overs to bowl here. And that will be a single for Nafai. It gets off the mark. Keeping low and gripping. Gripping is such an interesting word. Yeah, that was it just goes straight up in the air there. But still, Renshaw had a lot to do to make that catch. At the very least, his fielding has been good in this game here today. That is not an easy catch, man. Not an easy catch whatsoever. Okay, next ball from Kuhneman. And that will be a single, maybe 2. No, it will be 2 runs. 2 runs. So 5 runs off the over, but the wicket, massive. He's been really solid today. I think his first over was pretty poor, but then he's been able to work his way back into it. But one exists is Babar out under 15 today and strike rate below 130. Well, that's nice. Well, Babar is currently still in right now, and he's already above the 30s. So I don't know in regards to the old under 15 today and strike rate below 130. But Khawaja Nafai is 2 matches, 27 runs, 168.75 strike rate, 0.50s. His best is 26. Yeah, Babar's on 34 from 23, so his strike rate is pretty strong right now. And that'll be a dot ball. Good work here from Kuhneman. Really good limiting over with this wicket as well. Brent in the back. They are back with the random. Hey. So weird. Just watching youngsters doing donuts in the wet out front of the Hungry Jack's car park. You know what? Let them have it. If they don't order at least an ultimate double whopper though, call the police. But if they do order an ultimate double whopper, don't call the police. Let them have it. Kuhneman doesn't give many runs up in that one. Current run rate is 8.92, so they're bringing him under that 9. We really needed Usman Khawaja the last 2 games. Shut up, please. Please. Khawaja in T20, you reckon? You wanted Khawaja in the T20, did you? Like, so firstly, you thought that Mongolia was owned by China, and then you thought that Genghis Khan was from China, and now you're saying Kawaja would have won us these T20 games. That'll do me. Best thing about Hungry Jack's the triple cheeseburger. That's a lie. That's a disgraceful lie, lag. It's the ultimate double whopper with cheese. Take the tomato off. That is an absolute lie. Ultimate double whopper meal. Bit of onion rings, bit of Coke Zero, bit of this, bit of that. Next bowl. And that is going to go straight up Broadway for a 36 runs for Babar. Current run rate is still under that 9 though. Never had a whopper, to tell you the truth. It's not going to be a full 5 minute here, Lagan, but it's going to be 1 minute. It's going to be 1 minute. It's definitely going to be 1 minute. Haven't had a whopper. That's a disgrace. You're not even Australian. You're a fake Australian. You are a fake Australian. Surprised Warner ain't come out of retirement. They had a pretty good year for the Sydney Thunder. David Warner. Should have got him in. Should have got him in. Imagine being Australian and not having a whopper. Not only has he not had an ultimate double whopper, but he hasn't had a whopper. The guy is just... He needs help. He needs help, that guy. Okay, next bolt. And that's going to be nicked in behind for a 4. Yep, 2 straight and 2 easy. Cameron Green gives up a 4 and Nafay gets to 5. 114 for 3. Yawning. Yawning. He is yawning. Way too straight there from Green. And just way too easy for a 4. Next bolt. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a good shot. That'll be a 6. That'll be a 6 for Nafay and Cameron Green. He's giving up runs like no tomorrow. He's got an economy right now of 12 and over from less than 2 overs. There's more of a Macca's guy. More of a Macca's burger. Nah, best burger is Hungry Jack's. Best fries is up for debate, but I'm taking KFC. But some people disagree, but I'm taking KFC's fries. If you're talking drink, I don't know what it is, but I'm taking McDonald's Coke Zero. It's just better. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. Better than Hungry Jack's Coke Zero. KFC doesn't have Coke Zero, has Pepsi. Top ball. Do you reckon Lagan talks to himself when you're not streaming? I reckon he does, Brenton. I reckon definitely, actually. It's almost a guarantee. It is almost a guarantee. So Bar on 37, Nafay on 11. Oh, I had 1 yawn, now I've had 3 yawns in the space of like 3 minutes. Maybe I need like a coconut coffee or something. Oh, it's going to be shut at the back, but that'll be just a single. Doesn't everyone talk to themselves sometimes? Brenton, he's just proving you right. He has just proven you right there. Bang on. You called it. You called it. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 runs. Seven overs to go here for Pakistan. Just make it competitive, Australia. For gosh sake, please, I'm begging. I am begging. I am quite literally begging. I need it. I'm actually really keen for this T20 World Cup, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty excited for it. Maybe it's just because I am creating a lot more cricket content now. Oh, tried the run out there. It'll be 2 runs. But there'll be an awful start for Griff Gunley, who has averaged 12 runs and over. I'm actually excited for this T20 World Cup. Because I know Australia's going to be better. I'm looking forward to seeing the Saffers. Haven't watched their T20 in a long time. He tried a big slap of a 6 there, but they'll just go for a single. Just a single. I still think that 200's on for him. They're not above the 9 run rate, but I still think the 200 is on for him. And that'll be a single. This is a better over from Cooper Connolly. Better over. George Lagan, it's easy for some. I tell the dickhead I share my head with to shut up after beers. Valid. Oh, jeez, good buddy bowl there, but it does miss. Big swing, big miss. Now, look, that happens, but when I've had a few beers, I actually, and I'm not streaming, I tell the voice in my head, I say, lag and shut up. That's what I do. I make sure it understands. I'm having a crack at lagging. Even if I'm not streaming. Connolly, only the 4 runs over the 5 balls. That's been absolutely annihilated for a 6, though. So as I'm giving him compliments, he makes me regret it. It's a massive 6, that. 32 runs given up from Connolly, so he's over 10 runs and over. Kawaja Nafe, he is just absolutely pumping him. We cannot allow them to have set batters going into the final 5 overs. You can't allow them to have set batters, dude. It's what really hurt us last night. But either way, this 200 is still on for him. Australia not chasing 200. They're not. There's no way. And that's up in the air, up in the air, up in the air. Got him. Beautiful. Picked up Nafai's wickets. Was 131 for 4. A very, very necessary wicket there. We needed that going into these final 6 overs. Nafai is gone. Babar is still there. That's a massive wicket now. Because if you get through Babar, then they're definitely both not set. And that gives you a great platform for Australia to limit them in these last 6. If you can get Babar, it's massive. So Kawaja Nafai caught short, bowled by Connolly. Strike rate was 175. Wowee. Cricket Australia has reported the bowling action of Usman Tariq. Good. How come he wasn't reported yet? That is definitely an illegal action. Ooh, I didn't actually know they officially reported him. But we were speaking last night. He has been called up from the ICC before, and apparently he was given the all good. But I thought it was debatable. Hold on, I'm just messaging a friend about this. Night Eyes says we need to drop Connolly for the World Cup. Night Eyes, surely he's not going to be playing. Surely. His batting has been atrocious, mate. What is there a benefit to how Connolly has played in this series so far? His bowling was okay in the first 2 games, but to get out for a duck and then to get out for 1 is disgraceful. I need to see him bat here today. If he can go for over 50, then I'll circle jerk him to the end of time. But unless he does that, then it's been an awful series for him. It really has been. What is the rule of a bowling action? I believe it's as long as it doesn't... Is it bend? What is it? Jay, you said it last night. Is it bend? This bloke bowling is his elbow straight, then it's legal. I think it's if he bends his arm, but it's like I think he does. But Australia have, as he said, Australia have reported the bowling action. Officially for his. There we go. Is stopping allowed while going through the bowling action? Surely it probably is. I would say it probably is. Like it's only to your detriment. Stopping just shows, as someone said last night, there's no point to the run up because you're taking away all momentum with the stop. So what is the point? Just do it from a standstill, really. Yeah, we'll wait to see him bowl tonight, Sean. They'll give you a better understanding. Taylor says the underarm was more legal than Tariq's bowling. Mate, the underarm was legal. It was. Don't hate the player, hate the game, son. Don't hate the player, hate the game, Tatted. You get it. That'll be a dot ball. That'll be a single. Oh, he's not in the team today. Dog shit. Damn it. Congrats to Alcaraz on winning the Oz Open against Novak. I would have won the Oz Open if I played. I would have won it. I would have won it easily. I would have won it in straight sets. I think I would have too. And that will be a single. So 134 for 4 through 14.3. $15 max in the up. There's just no point to the run-up. But, Nine Eyes, who would you suggest in replacement of Connolly? Who would you suggest in replacement of him? Actually, you know what? For the Aussies here, I want you to give me your 11 for what you think the Australians should go with for this T20 World Cup. Great fielding there. So before will be a single. No, it's going to be 2. Actually, now looking at it, you look a bit like Novak. You're looking like an idiot. You are an idiot. So you look and are an idiot. Yeah. I look absolutely nothing like Novak. The way people just look at the camera here is so weird, bro. I don't know what it is. Stop playing with the air champion. Shadab on 3. Shadab at your face. And double. Yeah, I want anyone who has who wants to give it a crack. I want you right now to give me your legs 11 for the Australian T20 World Cup team. And if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. We live for pretty much every game of cricket in general going forward. But we do have the Rubble League starting up next week. Rubble League, I'm so excited. So excited to see the Titans win the comp. It's going to be single. Just send none out there. They're all rubbish. Jacko, listen, you're an Englishman. I wouldn't expect you to understand cricket. I wouldn't expect you to understand it. So cricket, basically, Jacko, you bowl and you go try and hit the stumps and that gets them out. If you bowl and hit the stumps, it gets them out. If they hit it, goes up, you catch it, that's also out. You want to do that 10 times and then whatever they bat, you need to get more runs than them. So that's all good. I understand your English, so I'll help you out on it. Pakistan is also an Asian country. That is a very difficult country to play in regards to the olds right now with an Australian A team. But, with that being said, I'm here happy to help you. I'm happy to help you understand. I'm confused. I keep seeing reports that Renshaw was picked up with Steve Smith. Is that true? I believe so. Nice eyes. Because Matt Short has apparently been dropped. I find it ridiculous that Steve Smith's not going. He was the informed player of the BBL. Yeah, exactly right, Sean. Jacko, ask an Aussie if you need to learn the rules. Good man. Exactly right. We're just trying to help Jacko out. We care about you, Jacko. We care about you, English lot. You've been a very unsuccessful nation in recent years, in pretty much every sport, but specifically cricket. So, if you want to know anything about how to win, where the right place to go. Smith probably wanted a break. Don't blame him. Yeah, but this is a big T20 World Cup, man. It's a big T20 World Cup. He doesn't have much longer left in him. He probably won't get to the next T20 World Cup. This would have been his last hurrah. Any 11 without Cooper Connolly is good enough. How do you play T20? So, Jagger, this is a very difficult question. I believe that it's closest to the score of 100 wins. So whoever gets closest to the score of 100 on the dot is who wins T20. So Pakistan lost yesterday because they got 198, and Australia, I think, got 102 or something like that. So that's a pretty good score there for the Aussies. And then the first game, it was pretty. I think Australia got 140 or something, and Pakistan got 168. So that's close to 100. Till we won again. So we're actually up 2-0 in the series. I don't understand why Pakistan are continuing batting here right now, because it's 141 for 4 and they've got 4.2 hours to go. So right now they're giving Australia a great opportunity. I reckon Australia win this game. I reckon Australia get 100 on the dot. Right on the dot. Right on the dot. So, yeah, no worries, Jacko. We're always here to help. No, says put Murphy in over Connolly. Well, you're going to need spin, that's for sure. Oh, that's up in the air. Oh, top edge and goes over the back of the wiki. So, Jacko, basically, we wanted to catch that ball just then. That ball that went over the top of the wicket, we wanted to catch him. But no, Murphy will be there, surely. Surely. You need as much spin as you can for India. Look at all the tests ahead. His candle is burning both ends. Sure, but the next test isn't until like August, September against South Africa in South Africa. He's obviously not playing in the IPL. That's going to be going for a 6. Did that bounce? It is a 6. Murphy will be a proper spinner. Connolly should be replaced, a similar all-rounder like him. I had such high hopes in regards to Connolly, but this series has disappointed me so much. He honestly needs to go for like 50 tonight, otherwise I'm off him. Otherwise I'm massively off him. So if you've got any other questions, Chaco, you got any other questions for us? Hope you understand. I know it's really difficult to understand what I said before, but we have Green as an all-rounder. Look, Green's been our best batter through this series. Bowling-wise, not been fantastic. Fielding-wise, he's got 2 catches today, and we know that he's a specialist fielder. He's a great fielder. But batting-wise, at least... and he doesn't know how to play Indian conditions because he's got the Knight Riders for about Motza. Get Marcus Harris on the side. Yeah, you'll go on for a minute. We'll see in 1 minute time. Yeah, no, we're not dealing with that one. We're not dealing with Marcus Harris and his Sheffield Shield stats. Not doing that. We're not doing that. No. See, this is the problem. Jacko doesn't understand it still. We tried to help him out with understanding cricket, and he still just doesn't get it. He's suggesting putting Marcus Harris in. Why don't we bowl ahead a couple overs? Well, Night Eyes, he's not playing today. Travis Head's not in the team today. He is not in the team. This guy was like going crazy, throwing his 6 around, and then he's throwing his 4 around, and then it ended up being a 6. Heard his Sheffield Shield stats are off the charts. Off the charts, mate. Didn't hear enough about him. Heard him every single day. All my life. They're going to change the ball here. They're changing the ball right now. 4 overs remaining. Current run rate is 9.44. Dwarshoes will come in for his 3rd over. This too shall pass. Stay strong, King Bubbers. Oh, shut up. Shut up, man. Harshit says, hi, sir. Get around your harsh shit. You've never seen better Sheffield shots before in your life. Is there a reason, like injury or just resting? Well, if you look at across the lineup for this series, Australia have taken the piss and have not taken it seriously the entire time. You know, we didn't see Mitch Marsh in the opening game, and then we saw him in the second game, and we'll see him here. We saw Travis Head in the first game, the second game, but not here. You know, we saw Mitchell Owen in the first game, and then didn't play the second game, and then he's here. We've seen Jack Edwards play the first game and then not play the second game or the third game. It's just been a trial series for Australia. It's been a real piss poor effort where they haven't taken it seriously and are happy to get embarrassed at the expense of at least being able to give their players an opportunity to play in international waters and play over there in Pakistan and a spin-friendly place, and to get a bit of a wake-up call in regards to how difficult it is to play overseas on an international level. So it's not been our first string team at all, and that's why they've been pretty happy to mix it up and the likes. But that's why you're seeing Travis Head not here, because they just want to give somebody else an opportunity. Shaka says, "What's this Sheffield Shield stat thing about?" I said it because he was shit a couple of years ago. So Jacko, a couple of years ago. I love that you said that. A couple of years ago, we had a real fanboy of Marcus Harris who honestly utilised him on a nightly basis to get him going. This guy, every single stream, whether it was rugby league, whether it was cricket, whether it was AFL, whether it was any sport, football, no matter what stream we did, he would just honestly shove Marcus Harris Sheffield Shield stats down our throat. Like he just every single time, every comment. And then I would say, no, I don't think Marcus Harris is good enough. We've seen it before. It hasn't really worked out. No. And I was just nice about it. We ended up not being nice about it in the end because it was just so incessant. It was for weeks and weeks and weeks. It was like through a whole series. It was like through the off season, and then I think we ended up hiding him, and then he came back with through multiple fake accounts talking about it on NRL streams and all that type of shit. It just got ridiculous. So that's why the name Marcus Harris is banned on this channel. Banned. Harshit says, Sarah, in the last match, Oz performance was pathetic. That's generous. That's generous to say that was pathetic. It was extremely pathetic. I'm expecting a dominating performance from the Aussies today. Backed him at 310. Can't help you. I'm so sorry to hear. I'm so sorry. So sorry. To Barbara 44. Ben Dwarshu's next bolt. And a slow ball that will go for 2 runs. Babar will get to 46. 155 for 4 through 16.3. 3.03 overs to go here. Just don't give up 45 runs and 3.3 overs. That'd be nice. 45 runs, 21 balls. That'd be nice. Would be very nice. That would be very nice. Nice is 1 marsh. Okay. Just give us the whole thing in one comment, bro. Don't give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just give us the whole thing, please. That's up in the air. That's up in the air. Oh, but it goes over the top and sits in just before the man in the outfield. That'll be single from Baba. I don't know how Fiji came back, but they just beat France in the final of the sevens after being down a couple of tries because Fiji's the GOAT, mate. That's why. That's why. Because Fiji is the greatest of all that is greatest when it comes to sevens. Greatest is all that is greatest. Have I watched India versus New Zealand yesterday match? My God, this Indian batting lineup is absolute beast. Yeah, sure. You know, they look good, but we do know that when it comes to the big time tournaments, that they do worry. They do become shaky when it comes to the pressure moments of the big tournaments, man. And there's a lot of pressure on them. It's like Brazil in 2014 World Cup in Brazil, where they were looking likely to win a World Cup and then got beat 7-1 by Germany in the semi-final. For some reason, India just love to throw it away on the big stage. So I'm very hesitant in regards to that. I'm sure they'll dominate the whole competition, and then there'll be a moment. So they'll be Shadab getting a 4. He'll get to the 20. I'm sure they'll dominate the whole competition, but you'd love to play him in the final. You would. You'd love to play him in the final. You'd love to play him in the final. Because there is every opportunity they fall apart. But also there's a reason why they're favourites for the competition right now. Because this is their bread and butter. Australia's bread and butter is Test cricket. New Zealand's bread and butter would probably be ODI. South Africa's bread and butter would be Test cricket. England's bread and butter would be tea and biscuits. And India's bread and butter would be T20. So 164 through 17, so 3 overs to go. And this will be Connolly's final over here. He'll give up a single. 9.38 on the run rate. Would love to keep him under 190. We'll only lose by 60 runs that way. Yes, their pressure tournament is different, but there are several clutch players too in India who never fails the pressure situation like Hardik Pandya, Patel and so on. Yeah, again, India as a country in regards to cricket are quite well known in regards to looking extremely confident. That's going to be the 6 there from Shadab. Looking quite confident going into a tournament and then in the early stages of a tournament and then falling away late and falling apart late because the pressure mounts on them. So I don't think you can have too much like guaranteed certainty confidence right now in India, but you can have the certainty that they're going to go into the competition as favourites and they're going to look really, really good. But I also wouldn't be surprised if we do see a poor performance late on. That is a common theme with what we see from India. But again, they are favourites for a reason. There's another 6 there from Shadab, and now it's looking like the 200's back on. Now it's looking like the 200 is back on. Dear me, Pakistan looking like prime Windies. They're pretty good. They're pretty good, mate. Pretty good stuff. Unbelievable stuff, really. Might be the greatest of all time. Might possibly be greatest of all time caliber. Tastes tea and biscuits is better than cricket. Bit more of a coconut coffee man myself. But I would say in best guess, it's not bad as well, mate. That's going to be 2 runs for Shadab. Shadab is just hogging the strike. He wants the 50 before Babar. He doesn't want Babar to come back on to try and get to his 50. Shadab wants it first. A 1, then a 6, and a 6, and a 2. He's gotten 14 straight runs, and Connolly is making me want to throw up. 1 for 47 through 3.4 is absolutely putrid. Oh, he's gone. Surely. Has he hit it? Did he hit it? No, he didn't hit it. I thought he hit that. I thought I heard maybe a nick. One more ball left of the over. One more ball left. Nikhil would be referring to the men's game, Sean. He would be referring to the men's game. Big swing, big miss. Well, at least he fought back in the last 2 balls, had over 2 dot balls, but it's 175 for 4 with 2 overs to go. Australia have about a 0.0 chance of winning this game today. Cooper Cars. No, but see, no. Cars, on these conditions, bro, Cars could probably give up 60 runs. Seriously. Pace bowlers have been absolutely annihilated in these conditions, man. Oh, by the way, I just realised Xavier Bartlett is not playing today as well. Xavier Bartlett's not been playing today either. According to you, which 2 teams has the best chance to win this T20 World Cup? I still believe Australia and India. When it comes to our first string lineup, it's difficult to say it now. Single for Babar, so he'll be on 49. Marsh, Head, Smith. Apparently Smith's not going to be either. Marsh, Head, Smith, Renshaw, Green, Inglis, Xavier, Abbott, Murphy, Kuhneman, Zampa. Abbott's been awful in this series. He had an awful game yesterday. Sean Abbott was so poor yesterday. Outside of that, I don't mind it, but you've got to replace Smith because Smith's not going to be there. Next bolt. And that is going to be hit for a 6. Shadab, he wants that 51st, bro. He wants to get to that 51st. It's 46 runs for Shadab. No, he's on 40, sorry. I thought he was already on 40. He's now on 40. He is chasing Babar's score down. What about me? It isn't fair. Australia's getting smacked again. Can't you see? It's dribble. Absolute dribble from the Aussies. And that is up in the air, and that is a 6. Shadab genuinely does want to get to 50 before Babar because now he's on 46. That's another 6 there. Australia is just simply not winning this game, lads. They're just simply not. If Ben plays well today, he can replace Abbott. I'm replacing Abbott with Ben Warshoes. I 100% would. I 100% would. This is putrid bowling, dude. Just putrid bowling, dude. Yikes. I don't think the Aussies have a snowball's chance in hell of winning the T20 World Cup. Yeah, but are you basing it off of this series? Oh my gosh, Shadab's out in 46. Oh, he's out in 46. He was just going too hard and he nicks it back. And that is a wicket. So Shadab will not get the 50 bomb. And that would have been the second fastest 50 ever for Pakistan if he had got there. But instead, he is out in 46. A great knock there from Shadab, though. But yeah, Smith, are you saying that based off of this series, or are you saying that based off of in general? So 188 for 5 through 18.4. Babar still there on 49. Yeah, I'm not bowling. There's no way I'm taking Sean Abbott. He pissed me off so much yesterday. At least Warshoes has got 2 wickets here today. At the very least. So Nawaz, there is 8 balls remaining. I would love them to keep it under 12. and not let them get to 200, but I think it's pretty much guaranteed they get to the 200. Navaz on strike and swing and a miss. Stop ball. Okay, come on, keep them under 12 in these last 11. In these last 7 balls. It's a great line there for that bowl, by the way, for that wicket from Dwarshoes. They're looking at the ultra edge. It was smashed. Next bowl from Dwarshoes, final ball the over. And it will be hit for a single. So Babar is not going to be on strike again. You're kidding. So Nawaz will be on 1. And Babar is still not on strike. Shadab didn't want him to get 50. And now Nawaz doesn't want him to get 50. It would be actually hilarious if he didn't get there. Oh, Australia getting smacked again, eh? Australia getting the old smackaroo again. Has Pakistan been invited for the T20 World Cup? Pakistan's going to be there at the T20 World Cup. It's Bangladesh who have said they're not going to play. There's a lot of talk on Usman Tariq, but he's cleared. Yeah, it's bullshit. He's been cleared. But sure. Okay, next bowl. And Green is bowling the final over. That's going to be a wide for sure. Oh, did he touch it? No, it is wide. No, it is a wide. So 190 for 5. I can already vision it as being 50 for 5 in their innings. I can vision it as being 20 for 5. Current run rate is on the dot 10. So if they get 10 more runs, they will get to the 200 marker. That's going to be slashed over the top, and that will be a 4. I don't even know. I don't think they want Babar to get his 50. I don't think they do. These guys are just hogging the strike without him. Like, they're going to get 200. But they just are hogging the strike. Babar's not getting a chance at his 50. Oz is not looking serious, even if it was seen in March attitude. I agree, Amit, but it's still very disappointing regardless. Very disappointing regardless. So Mohammad Nawaz on strike. There's 5 balls remaining here of the Pakistan innings. And that's up in the air. It is gone. Nawaz is gone. So it's 194 for 6. Dude, they don't want Babar on strike. In all 3 matches, both teams have looked like batting on different surfaces. Yeah, well, that's the thing. And that's why winning the toss has been so important. It's been so crucial. Dries Blaze, his 3rd time's a charm. Had Ayub for 20, Babar 20, Dwarshoes for 2 wickets, and need Green 10, and need 10 and 10 surely. So Babar got 20. Did Ayub get 20? Oh, he got 56. Of course he did. Of course he did. Okay, so all you need is Green 10. Well, we can't have Head 10. Head's not playing. Head's not playing. Head's not in the team, bro. ICC is not International Cricket Council anymore. It's India Cricket Council. Yeah, 100%. How have we lost all 3 tosses? That's wild bad luck. Yeah, it is. It really is. It has, and a lot of it has come down to that because I genuinely believe he would have set up a pretty good target. Otherwise, they're going to get a single, so Babar will finally come back on strike with 3 balls remaining here of the over. Finally comes back on strike. Why is my bet still on? That's weird. Maybe it's less payout than if Green gets 10. Yeah, it would be. It'd be less payout. Oh, okay. This stream is going to freeze. I'm going to have to restart that stream. Not our stream. I'm talking about the stream of the actual game itself. 3 balls remaining. It's back on. March has won many tosses in a row, so this had to happen someday. Yeah, 3 tosses in a row loss is wild, though. We have lost all 3 tosses. Would have loved to see our Australia bat first. That's going to be a dot ball. That's... Oh, it's a wide. It is a wide. Now watch green, the only one who looks like scoring runs flop today. Just my luck. Yeah, you're right. When you are losing tosses, you should stop calling it the toss. Let the other captain call, you will surely win one. Well, that's just not true at all, Shatish. It's completely luck. It is quite literally luck every single time. That's up. Oh no, Babar's gonna be out in 49. Oh, he survives. He's so lucky. He does get the 50. He is so lucky to get the 50. That was an awful shot. Goes directly up in the air, but luckily just sits right next to him. And the keeper and the fielder couldn't get that. I wonder what's the longest toss lost by a captain, like a streak of how many losses, how many tosses they lost in a row. Yeah, because it's really unlucky. That's really unlucky because it is purely luck. Purely. Yeah, it's 50-50 every toss. Shit happens. Exactly. Like, for example, Australia lost 4 out of the 5 tosses in the Ashes. So 2 more balls left here. They're still under the old 200. Next ball. Oh my gosh, green. That is absolutely putrid. That's a 6. This should be a free hit too. Should be a free hit there. That's the 200 that'll come up. That'll be 203. Yep, snowball. It's a free hit. Well done, Cameron Green. So 202, sorry, for 6. And there's still 2 balls remaining here. If Australia find a way to win this game, you eat the beanie on stream nearly. You nearly eat the beanie. Free hit. And it's going to be a 4. Even India had a record on losing toss and ODI. We lost 25 tosses in a row. Don't know exact number. It's a lot though. So 142. There's 1 more ball left here. He's getting up 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 16, 17. 17 runs off the over here from Green. One more ball to go here, and then it will be the innings break. If you have any faith in Australia winning this game, go to bed. Go to bed. It's just been another shit show here from Australia. Just been an absolute another shit show. We'll struggle to get to 100 again. Who will? Next ball. And it is going to be probably just the single. Yeah, it will be the single. Alright, so 207. It is going to be 207 for 6 through 20 overs. Just again, another poor performance here from Australia. But this has been the most poor in regards to the bowling through the series so far. Guys, obviously hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time for the second innings as we look to see if Australia can chase down 207 for 6. Good luck with that, though. This is looking like, again, an absolute shit show. Alright, we are back. Let me just get this stream back up and rolling again. So Australia, we are looking to chase down 207. If we win that, I'm eating my beanie. If we find a way to win this game, I eat my beanie on camera. Which is, it's just not happening. But the first ball has been done. It's Shaheen Afridi bowling, and would you have it? It is a dot ball. It is a dot ball, and it was a big swing and a big old damn well miss. Let's move this ball, move that bad ball like that. And there we go. All right. There we go. Let's see if the Aussies can actually put in at least a little effort here. Oh, well, that's going to go over the top and luckily falls just short of the field up, so it'll just be a single. How do you feel about the 139 strike rate from Babar? No, he did pretty well. He should have had more, but unfortunately, the strike was held off even for ages as well. We had two part-timers bowling 3 to 4 overs each, and Short and Connolly. What was the planning for this series? There was no planning for this series. There was none. There has not been any plan from Australia this series. I would honestly like us to be all out before 10 runs because it's just absolutely pointless watching this batting innings because it's been just such a nightmare of a series from Australia. And they are going to get another single from that. Another single. There's nothing that this batting innings is going to tell me. You know, there's just absolutely nothing that I'm going to find out from this batting innings. There's no Travis Head. You know, we've got just, it's all over the shop, mate. It's all over the shop. For the love of God, I hope Australia turn up for this World Cup because right now this has just been absolutely shambolic. Yeah, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here. Oh, he's bowled him. Oh, please, finish it up now. Finish it up now, please. Just get another 9 wickets immediately, please. Please, for the love of God, just get another 9 wickets within the next 5 minutes because this is putrid stuff. This is just ridiculous. Sub for the cricket content. Appreciate your night eyes. We're going to be here for pretty much all of the T20. Our next cricket video will be on Tuesday. We'll be streaming for the England vs Sri Lanka. Tomorrow there's going to be an NRL video that comes out, but we'll be live for England Sri Lanka on Tuesday, and then we'll do some of the warm-up games, and we'll be live for basically 95% of the T20 World Cup. The only games we miss are ones that overlap with the NRL games, because NRL is the main form of content on this channel, but now that we've introduced cricket on a significant level, we will be doing pretty much 90%, 95% of the T20 World Cup. All the finals games will be on here. We don't miss a single finals game, but it is just a couple of the group stage games that do get impacted early on, because it is like 3 games per day. And the only ones that get impacted are the ones on the Saturdays and the Sundays, really. Because it's just pre-season. Alright, so Cameron Green is in. What a shit show. Is this your first stream, Night Eyes, or have you been with us through this 3-game series? How good is the word putrid? These batters, the definition of this series. Oh my gosh, it's a brilliant word. Brenton, I love the word peanut. It's a great word. Putrid is a really good example for this series. But the word peanut just gets something going. I don't know what it is, but it just gets something going. How do they wake up and not feel just humiliated and embarrassed at their performance in this series? How do they get through the night without thinking, like, holy shit, I can't believe I actually get paid to do this? Oh, first one. Okay, nice. I'm so sorry. Usually it's a lot more hype and we're having a lot more fun. But unfortunately, you are very well aware. You'd be aware why it's not really able to be having a real positive and enjoyable stream. If you watched, you should have been here for the Ashes, man. We had some great times there. We love our good Ashes streams. But this series has been, as Brenton has just put it, putrid. So 1 over down, we score 2 runs, and we have 1 wicket. So we're only chasing 206 more runs. Oh, yikes. Head saved himself from this embarrassment. Head was a part of the embarrassment, man. Let's not let that get. Let's not let that go under the radar. Let's not let that go under the radar. Because he definitely he definitely did not have a good game yesterday. Got 23-24 in the first game and then got out stupidly, and this yesterday was just really poor. And luckily he's not playing today. Yeah, this is fantastic confidence, this series. Cupperbox says, what the hell was that blow Shaheen gives Stark type feeling the release? I don't know what you just said. What the hell was that? Blow Shaheen gives Stark type feeling the release. I don't know what you mean. I'm giving Head a pass for his test effort. Oh, I'm giving him a success for his test, but this is different formats, bro. Like, if you're talking test cricket, he got an A+. If you're talking T20, he's getting a C-. He still passed with the 23-24, but the 5 runs he got yesterday was disgraceful. Yeah, they just get a single there. Head was pretty unlucky yesterday with that really low bounce that bowled him. Those are always tough. They are, but it also is linking up with what happened in the first game too. He was trying to smash that, mate. Like, he was trying to smash it, and obviously just not the conditions and not the play for it. That's another dot ball. And I love Travie. You know, I got the Mo here for Travie. This is the reason why I've got the Mo, but you know, he was going for a 6 on that shot. He was going for a 6. So Matt Short on 2. And he's going to finish up on 2 because that's going to be out. Guys, we're going to be out for less than 10. This is pathetic. I've never seen a more pathetic Australian squad in any sport than this right now. This is the most pathetic I've seen Australia in any sport. It's 4 for 2. No, I mean, his criticism for the series, I let it slide because of what he did for us in the test. Well, again, this is a glorified warm-up series, but this is just pathetic. It really is. They'll be lucky to get 20. So Matt Short goes for 2. There's another failure of a series. Don't care about yesterday. Ultimately, failure of a series. Renshaw now comes in. I walked to the shop and we have already lost a wicket. You joke and you dickheads. Sean, I hate to break it to you. We've lost 2 wickets already. We've lost 2 wickets. The quicker the better at this point, lads, because otherwise this is just such a downer stream, and I hate downer streams. I need my sniffy jar, that's for sure. Need the sniffy jar desperately. Sniffy jar for sure. Oh my gosh, we need it. Can you imagine if you travel with the Australian team and you flew over to Pakistan to watch this? Could you imagine how it'd feel? People do it. And Renshaw, wow, nearly just got caught. Nearly just got caught. Four for 2 through 1.5. If he catches that, I think I would have ended the stream. I think I would have ended the stream. And they'll get a single. Night Eye says, yeah, I mean, this is just embarrassing. The young Pakistan fans probably think we're shit at cricket in general. They 100% would. And they, for some reason, they think this is Australia's first team squad. But, like, who cares at this point? Like, it's just awful. It's just such a Debbie Downer negative series. It's a nightmare. We have not taken a single positive away from this. We've made Pakistan look like prime Australia. You know, like, this is... What else are we here to say? What else can be said? There's not a single positive from anyone that you can take from this. Chasing 207, they're on 5 runs from the first 2 overs with 2 wickets. Fuck off, man. Shaheen Afridi in again. Top ball. Top ball. Who's our group stage again? So in the group stage, we play. In the group stage, we will play against Ireland, Zimbabwe, Sri Lanka, and Oman. If we don't win all 4 of those games, I vomit. I reckon Harrison has put the mock on us, placing some bets. Harrison would have gone all in on Australia to win this series. He would have, 100% knowing him. He would have. Oh, that's going to go at least for a 4. We'll take any free runs we can get, and that should be a wide as well. We will take quite literally any free runs we can get. What do you think we need? New coach for new selectors, or just better play by the players? I think selection's been extremely rough here. I don't know how that's 4 buys and not a wide, but sure. I think, honestly, take your pick of all 3, dude. New coach, sure. New selectors, it's looking good for that. But also better play by the players. I'm interested to see how this World Cup warm-up game is going to go against the damn well Netherlands. And it will be a single. 9 for 2 here for Australia. They got a lot to. They got a lot to do in this World Cup to get the Australian public back on side with this team. But also, most Australians aren't even going to be watching this series. 99% of Australia probably doesn't even know this series is on right now. 99% of Australia wouldn't even know this series is on. Cameron Green on strike. And that's going to be another 3-4 runs. We'll take all the freebies we can get, and that's definitely going to be a wide. Yep, so that's 5 free runs there from Shaheen Afridi. So he's given up 4 buys, 1 leg buy, and 5 wide. So, hey, like I said, I'll take every free run we get. I'll take it, because at least it'll get us past a ridiculously low score. We're already going to get done for a low score, but at the very least, we're going to get past 20. At the very least. Next bowl. And that should be just a single for Green. Yeah, it's only diehard cricket fans that watch these games. Absolutely. And you have to be diehard. And this is what we speak about in the Ashes streams and whatnot. The Ashes gets people out of the woodwork. Australia, India only got people out of the woodwork because Indian fans were so annoying on social media towards the general public that then the general public said, you know what, screw you, I'm going to watch this just so I can take the piss out of you. And then we obviously won it. And they took the piss out of him. Because, like, your mother got insulted every 2 seconds. But, like, Australian fans, oh, fuck me, Renshaw. Oh, my gosh. Oh, dude, I actually cannot believe it. I can't believe what I've just watched. No, I refuse to believe I just watched that from Renshaw. I actually don't believe it. I refuse to believe that I have watched Renshaw give up his wicket and go for a ramp and miss it by about 34 years. That is horrific from Renshaw. Like, the bowl is just normal. What is he doing? What is he doing? Brenton, he's literally tried to ramp him. He's missed it by about this much, and it's hit the middle damn well stump. It's 16 for 3, with like 5 of those runs coming from freebies. Unbelievable. Lagging like hell, not missing much. Are we lagging right now? We lagging? My stream's lagging, is it? Oh, jeez. We make 50? Mate, we'll be lucky to make 20 now. We'll make 50 off of freebies. So Marcus Stoinis comes in. I haven't brought Spinner apart from Zamba. Yeah, I know. And Connor Kuhneman. Oh, Brenton, you would have been embarrassed if you'd seen it. It's going to be a single. Like, they can't even sit there and say, okay, this is an A team. It's like, you can't sit there and say that as a player, as we can. But as a player, you've got to be humiliated. You must be looking at this going, we are just shocking. Just shocking. Absolutely shocking. You must be just there as players thinking, what the hell are we doing? Score is too much. We had to give credit to Park. They batted well on a spin track. Yeah, but like again, it doesn't matter in regards to the 200. Pakistan is irrelevant in regards to how bad of Australia's played. Pakistan have done their thing. Don't get me wrong. In the second game and the third game, first game they were awful, but the second game and the third game, Pakistan have just done their thing. That's fine, and they've played well. But Australia, they're struggling to get to 100. And now we've got this wanker. Oh, now we've got to deal with this wanker. Abra Ahmed is on. Oh, dearie me. Alright, Brandon, we'll see you soon. Brandon, good timing for you to leave, to be fair, because now we're going to deal with the bra. Yeah, I'll be a dot ball. Honestly, Australia could be going up against an under 14 squad and we'd lose this series. We'd lose this series against an under. Oh, my gosh. Stoinis nearly just got it done already. These guys couldn't give a shit. You couldn't tell me they care. You could not tell me that the Australians give a shit right now. You could not tell me that these guys are mentally giving a literal shit about this game, this series. Pakistan care about this. You can tell that Australia have absolutely no care factor for how this series is gone. Oh, no, got these clowns doing this again. Stoinis on 2. Green on 2. Green has been in there for what's felt like an absolute age, and yet he's only been there for 4 balls. 5 balls now to get singles. Selections are questionable. Odds hadn't prepared for the series, looks like. It's not that they didn't prepare. They just didn't care. And I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy that they didn't care. I'm not happy that they didn't care. It's been a waste of a time for Australians, really. It has been. This has been an absolute waste of time. And Stoinis will get a 4 there. We'll take that. So it'll be 23 for 3 through 3.5. This series has been a waste of a time for Australians. Just a damn well waste of time, man. Next bowl. And that will be a 4 there for Stoiny. Go the Stoin. At least you can get a bit of respectable runs on the board here. Go the Stoin. Aussies had batted like that. They don't care about the series. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. So 2 fours. Pakistan at this stage with 39 for 2. Australia is 27 for 3. So we're only 12 runs behind, but 1 wicket ahead. The players should look pissed off after this game. Yeah, but you saw Renshaw laughing, bro. You saw Renshaw laugh in the first game. You saw Renshaw laugh in this game. You know, you saw Renshaw with his ego burn a review yesterday when he full well knew he didn't hit the ball, but he was so confident that he hit it, but he clearly didn't hit the ball. It wasn't even close. Like, the mentality from this series for Australians has been just dog shit. And we as Australians, we don't stand for it. You know, we've always been like, one, I want to respect Pakistan by giving a shit about the series. I want them to be respected, which Australia hasn't. I don't care who we play, whether it's England or Pakistan or India or Zimbabwe or the Netherlands. I don't care. Respect your opposition, man. This hasn't been a respectful series from Australia. Earlier, Oz used to be serious about every game. I agree. I agree. But burnout is a real thing as well. So I will defend him on that capacity. Having a single there for Green to be on 6. 30 for 3 through 4.2. So Stoiny back on strike. At least he's had a good positive start here. Besides nearly getting out for 1. And, whoa! That's going to be another 4 runs. Might be buys there, leg buys. But that's another... Oh, it's just a 4. Did he come off the bat? All right. Well, Stoiny's having a bit of a crack here. Stoiny's had a bit of a crack. Thought Stoiny's retired. Was that just from ODIs? Not sure, man. Not sure, but he's the only one having a crack right now. For main tournament, I'd seen they rest their main players and play like series don't matter. Correct. Short is on 14. Shaheen 2 for 16 through 2.3. And that will be a double. Josh Hazelwood back in will be huge for that early power play, though. In the T20 World Cup when he comes in. Jeez, I'm spewing there's no Paddy Cummins. So Free's given up 7 runs through the over so far. Oh my gosh, that got close to a wicket. I hate being a laughing stock when we play overseas. I know, it's ridiculous, man. We dominate the living shit when we're at home, but it's overseas. Especially the subcontinent. And you got to remember, we play India in India. Well, in the tests we're fine. But we do play India in the next Port Gavaskar Trophy in 1 year's time from now. We play South Africa in South Africa in August. Yikes, dude. At least we play the Kiwis at home. And that will be a double. 34 for 3 after 5. Stoyan is 14 from 10. Green on 6 from 7. But it's like, we're only a laughing stock to diehards, Night Eyes. And also, we understand the context of this game too. It's just very difficult to remind yourself of the context in situations like this. You have to remind yourself that this isn't the first string lineup. You have to remind yourself that we're going to have some great bowlers and some better batters in this T20 World Cup. You have to remind yourself there's a reason why we're second in the rankings for the T20s. But I hate having to remind ourselves, because that shows that we're playing like shit. But it is all about reminding ourselves. So Naseem Shah will come in for a bowl. Tarek says, how you doing, bro? Not good, mate. Not good. Australia suck. Australia suck. First bowl from Nassim. Oh, massive inside edge there. We'll get a single out of it. We'll get a single. Jeez. I don't know what it is. I'm just getting smashed right now. Eye and nose. If he throws that on stump there, he's probably gone. Captaincy of Marshall also hasn't been up to mark in the series. Well, he's only captained the last two. I have the sniffy jar, I've been using the old sniffy jar. Maybe that's the reason. Nassim's second bowl coming up. And will be a single. At the very least, these guys are pushing, a couple of runs in here and there. It's not like yesterday. First 3 wickets are diabolical, but at least these guys are putting in a bit of a shift. Don't have a coconut coffee, mate. Could go for a coconut coffee, though, to be fair. Could. I'll probably get one after. It's 8:13 p.m. over here. I've got to go out after this. Film a video for tomorrow. So the video you see on the channel tomorrow is going to be the video that I'm going to film after this. Going to Basson Bridge. So required run rate is 11.73. Their run rate right now is probably about -2. Now what? We'd probably be around the 8 or so right now. 7, 8. Is this Josh Philippe guy supposed to be good? I haven't heard of him. I'm not up to date on younger T20 players. He does pretty well for the Sydney Sixers in the BBL, but he has been good. This year he was awful for the Sydney Sixers, coming in at 3. What the hell was that from Green? I don't know what that was. But he came this year for the Sixers. He was really poor. Usually he's an opener for him, but they had Bubba Azam and Daniel Hughes, and then they had Bubba Azam and Steve Smith, and Josh Philippe was always a little bit down, like in either 3rd or 4th. Philippe can be good, but he's just had a really rough year. Tudor's 36 for 3 and Green on 7 or so 7, so 3 more. Hopefully, Draz, how much do you win? Next. That's going to be a single. Earlier, Oz second string side was also very strong, but now Oz needs to play their strong team in every game. They don't care about the series, man. Stoinis on 15, Green on 8. This kid's got a Pakistan flag and an Australian flag. It's just such a slog of a watch when you know the result already. Oh, that's over the top, but they'll be man the boundary single. Originally, it was a $190 payout, but with no head, I'm not too sure. But if Green gets it, they pay me out instant, I'll let you know, mate. We'll be on. We will be on. What was Travis Head paying for what was it, 20? Oh, it's a free hit. Oh, come on, Green. Smash this, please. Please smash this, Green. Please smash this. It is a free hit. Yeah, well past the line. Heaven was $1.24 odds when I did it. Okay, so it's probably going to be like 170 you might win, 160. But free hit. This could be the moment for you for Cameron Green. And Green will put it up in the air. And that will go for 2 runs here, so he will get his 10. He will get his 10. And it's 41 for 3 through the power play. 41 for 3, not good enough there from the Aussies. But Pakistan at this stage were 55 for 2. So we're not actually too far behind where they were, but also Australia, dreadful. Dreadful. 14 overs to go. They did 167 runs off of 84 balls. Such a slog, man. Such a slog. I could get another Coke Zero in a second. I'm going to need another one to get me through this. That's for sure. $14 overs to go. Change of bowling. And another spinner. It would be a single. Stoinis. He'll go to 17 runs. They were 56 for 2. We're 14 runs behind him with one more wicket. Like, Stoiny can go big and Green, you know, hopefully can get up to around that 40 mark. If he can get up to the 40 mark, that's an extra 30-odd runs. That's into the 70s. If Stoiny can get, you know, big score here. If he can get 40, that's an extra 23. That's into the 90s. And maybe we can start to talk. That's a single. But realistically, there's just no hope. Come on, Shorty. You know how to hit him. Next bolt. And that'll be a dot ball. We're not getting a single positive from this series. 3 matches, 75 runs, strike rate of 174.42, 4 wickets. And another just defended dot ball. No, it's a shame this is a warm-up match, so there is no real accountability for poor game plan and coaching and play. But, like, this isn't a warm-up match, though, because we do have a warm-up match against the Netherlands. So it's like, this isn't actually the warm-up match. Like, that's how they've viewed it. But it's not actually a warm-up match, because we do play the Netherlands on Wednesday in a warm-up match for the T20, which they could have used as a warm-up. But instead, they've used this entire series as a taste tester for certain players, and the taste tester has tasted awful. Tasted bloody rancid. It's the worst meal I've ever had in my life. Worst meal ever. And that will go straight Broadway for a 4. Good work, Greenie. So Green takes it to 15. That's 7 overs down. It's 48 for 3. We will take that from Green. We will take that. Blaze can confirm it's been paid out. 172 winnings instead of 190. Not complaining with $18 less. Can't wait for the $17 into the nation. Jay says, why are we warming up against the Netherlands? Oh, everyone's got warm-up games, Jay. So, like, you're seeing some really weird warm-up games. Hold on. Like, India gets South Africa in a warm-up game. Cricket. So, in regards to the warm-ups, you've got tomorrow Afghanistan, Scotland, USA vs India A, Canada vs Italy, and then on Tuesday Oman, Sri Lanka A, Netherlands, Zimbabwe, Nepal, UAE, and Sri Lanka, England. And then on Wednesday you got Scotland, Namibia, Afghanistan, West Indies, Pakistan, Ireland, and India vs South Africa. And then Thursday you've got Australia, Netherlands, Zimbabwe, Oman, Nepal, Canada, and New Zealand, USA. Then on Friday, you got Italy versus UAE and Namibia versus the India A. And then we've got the World Cup next Saturday, which opens with Pakistan versus Netherlands. That's probably the next stream. As points, but always takes bloody long to withdraw. Takes legit 24 hours to come in, which is frustrating. You're all good, bro. Yeah, any series should always be taken seriously. Absolutely. It's been very obvious that they haven't. 50 comes up for Australia. South Africa choke 2024 T20 World Cup final versus India. Yep. Next bowl. And that is going to be taken just for a single there. 157 off of 76. 51% of people have voted for Australia to win, eh? Well, I'm so sorry to tell you this. Sorry to break your heart. But 157 off 76 balls, 7 wickets in hand, and with our batters, yikes. Next ball. He's gone for a big shot there. And it will be... Wow, that's going to be perfectly shot through from Cameron Green. It's a 4. These guys are actually doing pretty well. This has been our best batting duo of the series so far. This has been at least the most enjoyable batting that we've watched across the only 3 games here. I'm actually pretty happy with Cameron Green's performance in the batting department throughout these first 3 games. I was looking at the South Africa Test batting lineup today, and all of them have a below 39 average. Yeah, but again, it's in South Africa. If it was in Australia, we would romp them just like we did the last time we played them. We romped them in Australia a few years back, 3-4 years ago. But in South Africa, it's going to be a different story. You watch. We just can't seem to ever play away. Maybe because they realise Australians don't give a shit about them when they're playing away, so they don't put in as much of an effort. Situation where South Africa needed 30 off the last 5 and only 4 down with 2 set. 30 off the last 5 and only 4 down with 2 set batsmen. You saying off the last 5 balls? Next bowl. And that will be a single. For Stoinie, he'll be on 22. 57 for 3. 30 of the last 5. I was going to say, dude, that's ridiculous that you said that's a choke. But 30 off the last 5 overs, yeah, that should have been an easy win. We also don't play away often. It feels like we play Test series away like once a year. Well, we do, because we only play South Africa away in the Tests this year before we come back for the Australian summer against New Zealand. And we have 4 games against the Kiwis. And then we go away to India in late January, early February for a 5-game Test series. We have a really packed summer, actually. A massive packed summer. Not only do we have the Kiwi series, but then we also travel to India immediately after. So 8 overs down, 150 off 72 balls. I'm going to quickly go run and get a Coke Zero, guys. Hit a thumbs up button, subscribe. We'll be back in a second. Worry for the World Cup? Not really. This is a glorified warm-up match, but with that being said, it's been disrespectful to watch how Australia's played it with a Australia A squad. But it's been disrespectful to see how they've performed in it. But no, this is not the World Cup team. Next ball. And it's going to be a dot ball. Playing the 1 Test series away in a year isn't actually a problem, to be honest. Like, we are playing South Africa in 2026, August, and then India in a few months in early 2027, and then the Ashes in England in 2027. Forgot about the Ashes. 150 off 70. Should Pakistan take confidence from this whitewash? Seven, I feel like you're really demanding. You're really trying to get a reaction out of me, and I've given you the response to it. At the end of the day, I've told you that this is not the Australian first squad that will be travelling to the T20 World Cup. I am angry and disappointed in how Australia have performed with their depth options. They should have played better. They should have been better. They should have cared a lot more about this series, which they clearly haven't. But I know you're like really trying to get me to like respond in like an angry way about how like Australia are looking worrying and looking really bad going into this T20 World Cup, but it's a completely different team. So I don't understand why you are kind of continuously going on about this, because I understand the word whitewash has been used there as a piss take towards Australia too. So I get what you're trying to do here, man, and I see right through it. But I've already given you the response. I've told you that it's been disappointing here from Australia, but I don't think that this is worry for caution in regards to Australia now suck and they're just going to be destroyed in every format. Do I think they need to improve? Sure, but I see right through the comments. I meant from a Pakistan perspective. I understand that, but also every comment has been about whether Australia like disappointed or worried about this and all that type of stuff. And like I get it at first, but it's been a common theme now. And then in regards to the whitewash, it's like, okay, sure, but you're also very aware, if you're watching this series, if you're watching this right now, you're very well aware that this is an Australian A team. Will Pakistan take confidence? Absolutely. This is a review here. I think this does hit bat, but Pakistan will take confidence because they will take confidence from any game that they do win, because there's a reason why they're down in sixth compared to Australia, who is in second. But in regards to like, does this mean they're going to win the World Cup? No, Pakistan are not even a sniff at winning the World Cup. But at least they'll take this series win here. Yes, they can, but it's a shit Aussie team, so it's almost like blowing wind up your own arse, second string Australia team compared to Pak's first team. Absolutely. I wouldn't respond like that if it wasn't like a common theme, Seven, by the way. Because if you had said it one time, I would have got it. But this is now multiple times now. You're trying to like get a response out of it. Australia been average, but Hazelwood and Ellis come into the team. Also, Connolly and Short bowled 7 overs each. Stoinis, who's in our main team, is scoring runs too. Short won't open for us too. Short's not ever going to be there. Short's been dropped. Renshaw comes in, which is debatable based off what we've seen in the series, but apparently that's what's happening. At least Renshaw. To be fair, Australia tend to fix that when it's World Cup time. Absolutely. Oh, there probably is a little nick there. There's nothing really There's nothing real like massive spiky though. It's nothing real massive spiky. Oh, there's a spike there though. Yeah, there's a spike. Yeah, it's gonna be not out. Stoinis will be fine. It'll be not out. So they will lose the review there. Pakistan, they will lose the review. Salman Ali Agir, he was pretty adamant that there was bat on ball, but everyone else argued that he had to review it, and they lose the review because of that. And there's going to be a single. So it'll be 60 for 3 through 8.5. Yep. Yeah, I'll be here for pretty much every T20 World Cup game. Just the only games I won't be here for is when it's overlapping with the NRL. As bad as Oz were in the 2022 World Cup that had a game rained out versus England, and England qualified from that group at one point, big swing, big miss. If it was a game and Oz won, then England doesn't win the T20 World Cup. Sure, but it happened. So only 2 runs off that over from the Aussies. 11 overs to go. They still need 147. Well, 148. $60 for 3. Yeah, they're well below them now. I'm a big casual for anything that's not test matches, so I'm not very knowledgeable of the T20 players for Oz. I think most Aussies are like this night. You know, like I'm really kind of getting my head around T20 and ODI. But like Test is always going to be our main gig in Australia. Like I said, the bread and butter for Australians is Test. The bread and butter for Indians is T20. New Zealand would probably be ODI. South Africa would be Test. But I think they want it to be T20. Oh, there's a wicket. And there's a wicket. Stoinis is gone. Stoinis is gone on 23. And it's going to be 60 for 4. They were 90 for 2 at this stage, Pakistan. And then, like, technically, England would probably be Test, but they're not good at it. Yeah, just chopped it onto the stumps there, and that's out. Well, at least we got to 60 before that. Cameron Green's going to top our run count again, by the way. West Indies are a T20 oriented mindset, but they were a scary Test team before, especially in the West Indies, especially in West Indies. Yeah, they used to be good, but their situation has fallen off the edge of a cliff. The edge of an absolute cliff in all formats. So Josh Phillippe comes in. Green, our loser of the Test team and best player of our T20 team. Yeah, no, it's funny, Knight. We've spoken about this multiple times throughout this series so far. You know, I would never put him in a Test game ever again. But he's a must-have in regards to the T20s. Should be focusing more on T20s as a future. Why? It'll never happen. Australians don't care about T20, bro. Australians don't care as a fan base, as a nation. They care about Test because that's how we grew up. Maybe the younger generation, sure, but also we as our generation are bringing through our kids to appreciate Test cricket as well, and we are still seeing the numbers in regards to Test cricket viewership. So it's like it is a generationally passed down pastime. You know, it is something that has maintained throughout. It's not like the numbers are dropping off. You know, we're actually rising numbers in regards to a lot of the analytics surrounding the Test cricket. But again, that is very specific to England and India. No one gives a shit if Australia's playing New Zealand, and no one gives a shit if Australia's playing Pakistan. No one gives a shit if we're playing against Bangladesh or Sri Lanka or anyone like that, the West Indies. They only care when it's England or if it is somewhat India. So it's limited, but the transition is still here. Test cricket is always considered one of the best level, yes, of cricket. Yeah, because you have to have patience. So many different things. It's not just whack and smack. It's, you know, earn your right to hit and then smack kind of deal. You have to earn your right to hit. The younger generation has the attention span of a goldfish nowadays. 5 days, I don't understand that. I think you'd be surprised. It's like I agree with you. I do. I agree with you. But analytics-wise, it's not like it's been a Debbie Downer. Oh, just get these next 6 wickets. End the series, please. End the series. I beg, dude. I beg. Yeah, the feeling of taking a wicket in a Test match is the best compared to any other format. Yeah, 100%. A wicket in Test cricket is so much better than a T20 or an ODI wicket. An ODI wicket is so much better than a T20 wicket, and a Test wicket is just clearly the trump card. Phillippe on, and he will get 2 runs out of that. Oh, I'm really not looking forward to Connolly batting, eh? He hasn't come out yet, which tells you a lot. Tells you a lot. So next ball from Nawaz. And will be a single there for Phillippe. He'll be on 3. Whereabouts are you from, by the way, Knight? I usually have a pretty good idea where pretty much everyone's from. Like Jay is from China. Shauno's from Thailand. Smithster, you never hear the end of Perth. Daniel says, I'm watching New Zealand get smacked by India. Looks like Oz getting smoked too. Daniel, getting smoked is an understatement for this absolute putrid, pathetic series that we have witnessed Australia play and perform in this glorified T20 World Cup series. It's been pathetic. But yes, New Zealand, I haven't seen what's happening now, but obviously the series wasn't great. It was not great. Well, you can't be watching it. That game finished. The series finished yesterday. Conley's the real deal. He could smash a quick 550. Smithster, out of the 2 games that we've seen from Conley in this series, he has gotten a grand total of one fucking run. 1 run. He's got 1 run. 1 run across 2 innings. 1. Brisbane. Queenslander. He's a good man. He's a good man. Queenslander, not like you guys over there in China, Jay. Or you muppets down in New South Wales. Yeah, you mean a quick fire 1 run, I agree. Oh, far out, Green. Guys, we're not getting 100. We're not getting 100. Cameron Green's gone at 63 for 5. Cameron Green is gone. Arshdeep conceded 50 runs in 3.5 overs, but took 5 wickets. That sums up the nature of T20 cricket. Ah, boy. Where's Vegas? And that is just awful from Cameron Green. But good bowl, too. Good bowl. You're from the Goldie. Mate, greatest place on planet Earth. I'm in Vietnam currently. I travel the world all the time. The more you watch the streams, you'll know I'm all over the place. But I'm from the Goldie, yeah. Daniel says, I forgot I'm watching replay. I don't know the result, but India just posted 271, so it's a foregone conclusion. Daniel, look, I don't know if I'm breaking any news here. I think I am breaking some news to you, but I'm going to break your heart. And I'm going to say, they actually get a pretty good amount of runs. But I don't win. Chris, it's not a perfect series for Oz by the looks of it. Hey, Chris, listen, why don't you just focus on England for 2 seconds, all right? Why don't we go back to talking about Test cricket with you lot in England? How about that one? How about we go back to talking about Test cricket in England? Please don't point the weather machine in our direction, Jay, please. Chris, do you just come on when Oz lose and comment and then dip? Yeah, but Chris is taking the piss. Like, he's a clear one that's taking the piss. He's not even serious. Mitchell Owen comes in. Tardy cricket from Australia. That is a generous overstatement, really. That's going to get a single here for Philippe. You'll be on 4. Misfield from Nawaz. All right. Big chase coming up for Australia. Only 144 off of 59 balls. With about 4 wickets in there. I think 5 wickets in there, whatever. 5 wickets in hand. So Cameron Green got out for 22. So actually Stoinis is our highest run score at the moment. With 23. Duraz, Poms, yak when Australia's losing. Yeah, because Australia losing to the Poms is as good as England winning, which never happens. So at least they can celebrate when Australia loses and England win. But see, we celebrate an Australian win against an England loss because that's what we always do. And that will be knocked for a single. Daniel says, has Smith retired from international T20? I would assume so, because otherwise surely he would have been picked for the T20 World Cup. But apparently he's not going to be there, so I would assume as much, yes. I don't dip. Watched England get killed from start to finish in the Ashes. Good, Chris. Very good. That's what I like to hear. Oh, he's bringing me back to... I'm looking into my mind right now, and I'm getting a beautiful just scenery of Bryden Cast bowling just absolute pies to Travis Head for 6. I'm just looking at the scenery right now of Harry Brook getting done for a duck because the guy's an idiot. I'm just looking at the absolute beauty of a of a Steve Smith slap up. You know, like thank you for reminding me of such beautiful times in these dark times, Chris. Smith isn't actively retired from T20, it's only ODIs. You missed what I said. What I said was I would assume as much because otherwise I'm sure he would have been selected. Knight says we should be David Warner to come back and play for our T20 team. He had a pretty good year for the Thunder. Oh, good shot. That should be 4. No, good fielding. That'll be a single. Yeah, Smith's form in Big Bash at the final was crazy. Yeah. They wouldn't have made the final. They wouldn't have. As a good mate Jacko says, if Steve Smith didn't come back to the Sixers, I reckon the Brisbane Heat actually could have gone and won the... I reckon the Brisbane Heat could have gone and won the BBL. I reckon they could have. Do you think Kawaja's no alcohol stance killed the locker room vibe? Smithster, I'm not doing this. Smithster, I'm not doing it. I got enough on my plate right now. I got to look at Australia looking like this against Pakistan, and you want me to answer? Do I think the Kawaja's no alcohol stance killed the locker room vibe? Smithster, what we doing? What we doing here? Warner at 40 years old will still be our best batsman, honestly. As a Six fan, I don't think we make top 4, to be honest. I just said that. I don't think they make it. I thought the Brisbane Heat would have got in. I think the Brisbane Heat would have got in, and I think the Brisbane Heat could have won it. The only way Brisbane Heat could have won it is the Sixers had lost to the Heat. Required run rate is 15.56, lads. They will get 2 runs here, so they'll be into the sexy 70s. Hey, remember when I was telling you guys that in T20 it's closest to the score 100 wins? Well, right now we're looking pretty good for that. Looking very good for that, actually. On a reel, anything under 100 is the worst thing you've ever seen in history. So you just need to get another 30 runs. Jokes aside, you just need to get another 30 runs. Philippe on 8. I went on 2. Oh, swing and miss. Can we at least beat out the last score of 108 from yesterday? Don't deserve it. Don't deserve it. I just want 100. That's all I want. I just want to get to 100. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore, son. I care nothing. I don't care jack. Nothing. The only thing I care about is this game ending. And the game. And it will be a single. For Philippe, it'll be on 9. Oh, sure, yeah, we only got 108 yesterday. Yeah. And now we'll look at the Tavel T moment. I hope the players don't get paid for this piss poor performance. Jay, they get like 15k per game. They get like 15,000 per game. We should wave a white flag or throw in the towel. Can we just walk off the field? Honestly, there's more honour in walking off the field right now than to play the rest of this game. There's more honour in it. And then we can say that Mitchell Owen and Philippe were not out. But that's going to be a 4 from Mitch Owen. Go, you good thing. Mitchell Owen has deserved his spot instead of Connolly so far this series. Green is getting his pockets ready. This is nothing to win against the IPL. Sure, but also Green's been our best batter through the series. So I'm not going to criticise Green in this series compared. Next bowl. Straight back at the batter, a bowler, dot ball. Can the two batters shake hands and call it a day? Don't even shake hands. Just go. Just go. Have a plane waiting at the front of Lahore Stadium. Walk straight onto the plane and then fly to Zimbabwe and do not go to India. Do not pass go. Do not go to Australia and live the rest of your life as a farmer in Zimbabwe. No disrespect there. The farmers in Zimbabwe, but we need these Australian lads to not come home after this series. Don't come home. Don't pass go. Do not collect $200. Do not collect your match payment. And go and sit in a corner in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and don't complain. Because when we're going to complain about the series if we're watching him, we're going to complain even more so if you come home. Don't come home. Give him a D grade. D grade is generous, Smidster. Give the Aussie team of this series, it's a straight up F, bro. 1,000,000,000% an F. It's not a D. What's the positive? Because a D is a fail, but at least you've had maybe a couple of positives or a positive to take from the series. It's not a success, but it's not the worst of the worst. What is the positive? What is an individual positive you could take from this series to put it to a D? Not a successful series, an unsuccessful series where the positive would be D, D+. What's the positive? Only come over if they win the cup or at least make the final. No, I just want to see some good games. Really, I want to see them have a crack in the T20 World Cup. This has not been having a crack, and that's what Australians want. We just want to see our team have a damn well crack. We just want to see them have a damn well crack. And this series, they have not had a crack. Red's played okay. It's been okay. Bowling wise, done jack, but batting wise, it's been our best, and that's saying something considering his highest was like 36. Next bolt. Well, that's going to be a 4. A 4 for Josh Philippi. He'll get to 13. But would you say that's Green's played okay, that's a positive. Would you say that's enough to say the Australians as a collective get to a D? Like, for me to say there's been a collective positive from this series, I would have had to have seen, okay, well, our openers are sorted, or, this guy is bowling really well, he's going to help us out dramatically, or the positive that I get from the series is that this guy shouldn't be here. It's the difference between other countries. You don't sugarcoat shit. Well, yeah, oh, that should be out. That should be out. That should be out. Oh, luckily it sits right underneath. Well, Australians don't sugarcoat shit. No, Australians tell it how it is. Whether you agree or disagree with it's another question, but Australians will tell you how their opinions are. How much hype is there for the T20 Cup in Australia? No one gives a shit, Smither. It's not on a good time zone. Like the early games, the games that mean nothing, like the Zimbabwe's versus the Omans, are on at like 12:30 my time in Vietnam, so it'll be 4:30 p.m., which is a great time, but it's the no hoper games. And then the main games, like your India opener, or your Australia, your big time teams, your Englands, your South Africas, are usually on at 8:15, 8:30 my time, which is 9, 10, 11, 12, 12:30 in the morning New South Wales, 11:30 p.m. in Queensland. So, how are you going to get people to give a shit? People didn't even really care when it was the T20 World Cup in Australia. He'll be lucky if he doesn't come in today. I think we will all be lucky that he doesn't come in today. We will all be lucky to have not seen him today. Expel. Oh, big swing, big miss. I don't think I want to stream any of the World Cup warm-up matches tomorrow. I don't think I can be bothered. Afghanistan, Scotland, USA, India A, Canada, Italy. I'll use tomorrow as a rest day, but I'll also have the NRL video that will come out. But I will be here for England, Sri Lanka on Tuesday. If you are in Australia, it's at a rough time slot. It doesn't start for me here in Vietnam until 8:15 p.m., 8:30 p.m., which is like 12:30 a.m. in New South Wales, 11:30 p.m. Queensland. I'm only here because I get paid. Jay, I'm just trying to survive here, mate. I'm just trying to survive. Next bowl. Big swing. And single. You're never going to get the hype for T20 in Australia, Swister. It's just not going to happen. The Big Bash has already gone past its peak. It's already gone past it. The Big Bash would become a lot bigger if the IPL and the the BCCI allowed Indian players to play, but they don't. Swing and a miss from Philippi. Swing and a miss. At the end of this over, I'm going to run to the bathroom, by the way. What, you going to sue me? You going to sue me for missing maybe a ball or two? In an enthralling T20 game? You going to sue me? Gee whiz. Go ahead. We should take away the Aussie players' money purse for this game. We should send them on a plane to the depths of Uganda. The depths of Uganda. Until they're there for 10 years and have put themselves and localised themselves, that is a catch for Philippi. He's gone. Cooper Connolly, I think, comes in now, doesn't he? Well, yep, Cooper Connolly does. That's about my time to go to the bathroom. Thumbs up, subscribe. I'll be back in a second. That is a dog shit shot. That is infuriating. Right. Well, we're about to see Cooper Connolly, Smithster. Here, you're on the line right here. You are on the line. Your reputation, mate. Your reputation is on the line right damn well now with Cooper Connolly. He's gone for a massive, an absolute whopping 2 runs through his first 2 games. Well, let's see if he can. Let's see if he can get his 3rd run here of the series. Can you guys just confirm for me that we are still live, because my stream of the game just went down. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Smithster, get out. I want you to leave. Smithster, I want you to leave. Smithster, I need you to leave. I love you, Smithster. Smithster, I love you, but you need to go. You need to go. You need to go. Connolly's going for a duck. Smithster, through the 3 games, we've just seen Connolly get stumped. Through the 3 games, we've just seen Connolly score 1 run. It's 82 for 7. You just can't believe it. You just couldn't write this shit, eh? You couldn't write it. Just so we lost a wicket, surely some runs for Connolly. It doesn't, England managed to do it all the time. Chris, just say you hate Connolly and be done with it, Cooper should never play for us again, Night Eyes says. Oh, no. No. No, no, no. Smithster's gone quiet, hasn't he? Yeah, here he comes. He still deserves a spot in the World Cup starting 11. Shut up, Smithster, please. I beg. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, Smithster, please. Enough. Enough with the Cooper Connolly. He should never see the light of day when it comes to this Australian T20 squad ever again. My gosh. Like, he's a batter. And he's bat for 1 run through 3 innings. 2 ducks and a single. By the way, just to put that into comparison for everybody watching, Cooper Connolly has scored... you have scored only 1 less run. You watching have only scored 1 less run than Cooper Connolly throughout this series. Only Chris Gale could save this side. Don't blush, baby. Don't blush. It's my fault for even thinking Connolly would score some runs. Whereas, through the Ashes series, I was actually circle jerking Connolly a lot. I was saying, like, I'm really excited about him in the future. This and that. And now I'm sitting here thinking and regretting my entire life decisions to even watch this series. It's always the bloody next big things like Connolly who flop on the big level. Like 1 or 2 is fine, but constantly, boy, international cricket is hard to get into. Well, like Mitchell Owens at least showing something. You know, Mitchell Owens at least showing something. He got really unlucky in the first game. You know, Mitchell Owens is only 24 years old, so maybe he's the next guy. Do you think the pressure is simply showing for him, or is he just not used to playing overseas? Like, obviously he's going to get another crack, man. Like, we're being obviously super harsh, but... Oh, that should be out. That should be out. That should be out. Yeah, he's gone. Well, Owen will review this. He will review this, but please just end the game, dude. End the series. They will review it. They may as well. End the series, please. I beg. I beg you. I'm begging. I'm literally begging right now. Let me go, buddy, eat. Let me go eat because this is diabolical. Let me go eat, please. This is diabolical. Let me at least go enjoy some of my Sunday without this absolute tripe. I'm over this shit show. It's a shit show, Jay. It's the biggest shit show that ever did shit show. I actually don't know if there's ever been a bigger shit show in my life. It's definitely out. I wasn't expecting anything at all, yet I'm still disappointed. I'm pinning that comment. That's a great comment. Pin message. There's no way it hits the bat. There's no issue at all. Just a complete flat line. Definitely no bat on ball. Definitely no bat on ball there. And that is as gone as all gone. Guys, we're not going to get to 100. Two more wickets to go in this shit show, lads. 2 more wickets to go. 2 more wickets to go. Australia have obviously lost games, but this to the most un-Australian team. But this is the most un-Australian team throughout the whole series. This is pathetic. And we're not usually this negative. You guys know my streams. We're not usually this negative. Usually I'm defending against the negativity, but you cannot go against the negativity here. It's not possible. It's not possible. It is not possible to see this any other way. You could not make a positive out of this. $86 for 8. Dot ball. Take little I trusted only green for my bet. There you go. Matt Kuhneman, strike rate of 50. He's got 2 runs. What would the odds have been at the beginning? Puck wins 3-0. It would have been like 6-1 kind of deal. See, like they were still given a chance. It was like $1.60, $2.40 Australia favour throughout. So a 3-0 clean sweep probably would have been around the sixes, between 6 and 10. Between 6 and 10 for sure. So 121 needed off of 30 balls. Fuck, Pakistan was still $2.62 underdogs for today. The bookies had no idea. No idea. They had no idea. Just absolutely no idea. They had. Well, guys, I do apologise. I do apologise to you all because unfortunately we haven't been able to have too much fun throughout this series. I have really enjoyed the fact that you guys have still been watching on and doing your best to maintain some good fun regardless. But unfortunately, I can't do too much about what we've been watching throughout this series. So if you've been here through the all three games, well, kudos to you, mate. Kudos to you because you've put up with the slog. And if this is your first stream, just know it's usually different. Maybe we should boycott the World Cup 2 and play a series with Bangladesh. Let's see who's worse. Mate, I want to play Antarctica. I want to go off, take on Antarctican Penguins. I wonder what the coach will say after the game today. It'll be another excuse. 88 for 8. Come on, 12 more runs, you cat. 12 more runs, you absolute cat. You absolute cat. And they'll get a single there. If we get to 100, I'll claim that moral victory. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, we're going to take one from you English here, and we're going to claim a moral victory. What did I say? Closest to 100 wins. Well, if you get 100 on the dot, you get a cash prize. And that cash prize is being able to live for free in a Nigerian village for the Australian T20 team. So I hope they enjoy. 89 for 8. Next bolt. And they'll get another single. Okay, we're at 90. They might go 2. They will get 2 runs. Okay, we're into the naughty 90s. How exciting. How exciting. You excited, guys? I'm excited. I am excited. I am excited. Naughty 90s, eh? You never would have thunk it. You never would have thought it. You never would have believed it. You just never, ever would have believed it, would you? Do you think Justin Langer deserves another season as coach? I reckon I would have anybody at coach except for Andrew McDonald right now. I would have you as coach, and all you would do is select Kevin Connolly. And that guy has been useless. Actually, no, I wouldn't have you as coach. You're the only exception to that. Because you would only select Perth players. No, because Cummins will cry about it instantly with attention. So 91 for 8. 5.2 overs to go. Come on, 9 more runs, you cats. Next bolt. And they're going to get a single. 8 more runs to go here. Come on, you bunch of muppets. I was about to say something different then, but I figured it out quickly. Ben has more runs than Marsh, Renshaw, and Connolly and Shaw combined. Hey, Night Eyes, I tell you to go back to that first game of the series, where Xavier Bartlett outscored pretty much the entire team combined besides Green and Head. I think he did outscore the entire team combined outside of Green and Head in the first game. And they will go single. I reckon we could see you go out there and bat better than Connolly. Sweet inside edge for 4. I don't think it would hurt. I reckon I could get maybe a run through 3 games. I reckon if you give me some, I reckon I could get maybe a run. Maybe a run. I think it's unlikely, but like realistically, 1 run across 3 innings, surely it's at least a decent. Like you've probably got it. Again, this is professional bowlers, and it's not easy, lads. It's not easy. This is what I'm trying to think of, like an actual percentage. It's probably like just to get a single run, probably around across 3 innings, 15%, maybe 20% for non-professional batters. I'd be happy to go 20%, 1 and 5. That's their 3 innings. Surely you could get a run. Oh, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Oh, but good fielding. So they'll be on 94 for 8. No, they'll be on 95 for 8. They get 2 runs from it. 5 runs away from the hunch. Go, you good things. Unbelievable stuff. I can bowl tight length and medium paces for long spells. Actually, I put this question back to you guys. If you had 3 innings, if you yourself were given 3 innings, how many runs do you genuinely believe you could score in this series? If you say anything above 20, 30, you're an idiot. But how many do you genuinely believe you could score against professionals in this? Shit, it's disgraceful. It's definitely not easy, and Conley is still talented, but you can't be performing this bad in the main level. Like, now it's easy, but back then, 3 to 5 bad games, your career is on hold for a long time. Well, look at Sam Constance. 95 off of 8. 3.4 overs to go. This hasn't been a bad series. This has been a nightmare. And they will get a single. Well, at least we're going to get to 100, lads. Honestly, I back myself versus spin. With paces, you just have to hope they bowl as fast as possible and you get some bat and it races before you. Give me a number. Across 3 innings, give me a number. Give us a couple of practice sessions in the nets to get used to the gear, and I'll survive 2 overs and score half a dozen runs. I don't know. I think that's over exaggerating it. I reckon you could definitely. If you just defend it, it's such a hard one, man. Because again, Cooper Connolly lives and breathes this. This is his job. He's a good player in the BBL. He knows how to whack him. But here, I think if you're not used to playing BBL, maybe because look, for example, our best batters through this series have been Green, who doesn't play BBL, and Travis Head, who doesn't play BBL. He got done by a good boy yesterday. But Green and Travis Head, they don't play BBL, and then I think that realistically, maybe it's just the BBL. I reckon you could probably give yourself a shout for 10 runs across 3, maybe. 5 runs is probably about right. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Kuhneman's gone. 96 for 9. 96 for 9. You have no idea just how. Well, this is what. Jay, I'm respecting it. Wow, we're not all out when I got home. Branson, it's amazing, isn't it? But we're 1 wicket short of it. No, I know, Jay. I'm the one respecting it. I'm trying to think of a legitimate number here. Well, what would you go, Jay? I reckon you could definitely get more than 1. I reckon you could, man. I reckon you could. Oh, wait, that's it. We're shaking hands. Oh my gosh, we're actually shaking hands. We're actually shaking hands. What a perfect way to finish off this pathetic series. What an absolute travesty way. What a perfect way to end this series. We are shaking hands. Zampa is not coming out to bat. So all out for 96. We basically just forfeited the last wicket. What a shit show. No, this is what happened. We started shaking hands, so we didn't even bring Zampa out to bat. We just said game over. We said we can't be bothered. That right there tells you the mentality of this Australian team. That right there tells you everything you need to know about this Australian team. That is absolutely pathetic. That's pissed me off more than how they've played through this series. Can we do that? Well, we just did, Nine Eyes. We just did. After what has been one of the worst series I've ever watched Australia play in any format, they have the audacity to not bring Zampa out to bat and just shake hands. I actually can't believe that. I actually cannot believe that. We should have forfeited after the second batter. It's a lack of respect for Pakistan. It's a lack of respect for the game. It's a lack of respect for our country. We've already seen a lack of respect for this jersey throughout this tournament, this series, and they do that. Well, guys, I really hope this T20. Well, I hope. Look, I'm just glad to see the back of this series, to be honest with you. I'm really glad to see the back of this series. I made a joke about them shaking hands and they listened. I can't believe it. Take away the players pay this game for that. Just dead set. Well, look, I'm glad to see the back of this series, guys. I'm so sorry that it's just been negative throughout. But, like, what do you want me to do? We'll see you again for an NRL video tomorrow, but there's no stream tomorrow. But the next stream will be England versus Sri Lanka on Tuesday night. On Tuesday night, we'll have England versus Sri Lanka, and then we've got South Africa versus India in a warm-up match for the World Cup. And then on Thursday, I think we have Australia versus Netherlands in a warm-up match. And then we'll do a game on Friday just so we can be consistent throughout. But look, if you've sat through with me for these 3 games, I appreciate you. It's been a hard slog, man. It really has been. It's been a hard slog. But we got there in the end. So I appreciate you for tuning in. Obviously, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. And I will see you for the next stream on Tuesday, English Sri Lanka. And I'll see you for an NRL video tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. That was piss poor, Australia. See ya.